an agreement with James Radcliffe. This is what Manchester United said. We are delighted to have agreed this deal with Sir Jim Radcliffe and Ineos as part of the strategic review we announced in November 2022. We committed to look at a variety of alternatives to help enhance Manchester United with a focus on delivering success for our men's, women's and academy teams. Sir Jim and Ineos bring a wealth of commercial experience as well as significant financial commitment into the club, and through Ineos, Manchester United will have access to seasoned, high-performance professionals, experience in creating and leading elite teams from both inside and outside the game. Manchester United has talented people right across the club, and our desire is to always improve at every level to help bring our great fans more success in the future. There's more. This is what Sir Jim Radcliffe had to say. As a local boy, we should have some music playing, and a lifelong supporter of the club, I'm very pleased that we've been able to agree a deal with the Manchester United board that delegates us management responsibility of the football operations of the club. Whilst the commercial success of the club has ensured that there has always been available funds to win trophies at the highest level, this potential has not been fully unlocked in recent times. We recognise that a lot of challenges and hard work lie ahead, which we'll approach with rigour, professionalism and passion. Our shared ambition is clear. We all want to see Manchester United back where we belong, at the very top of English, European and world football. Mark Compton joins us from Manchester to give us the latest.
Very disappointing. I thought it was going to be Rob Dawson.
No, it's not Rob Dawson. He couldn't make it. He was busy. So was Gab. So was Jules. Yeah. So we've got Mark. Mark, how excited should
Santa's elf.
How much should Manchester United fans? How excited should they be?
Well, they should be excited in the sense that the Glazers are taking a back seat from the football side of it and their influence is diminishing. But, you know, let's put the brakes in a little bit. This isn't going to get ratified by the Premier League for 6 to 8 weeks, so that the January transfer window, that's irrelevant. That's not going to make any difference because Sir Jim Ratcliffe probably won't have his arrival on the board signed off until February. So January is going to be a normal Glazer transfer window, which means not a lot will happen. You might get a couple of players out, might get a couple on loan at the end of it, but nothing substantial. I think that the idea that Man United fans can have a bright future starts in the summer, really. I think that Sir Jim Ratcliffe and his team will come in February time, look at what the situation is. They've already done quite a bit of due diligence, but I don't think they can make any substantial changes, significant changes, until the end of the season. And by that point, we'll know whether Erik ten Hag has managed to get the team out of this terrible slump they're in. A lot of the players will have had 6 more months to prove that they're either good enough or not good enough. So I think by that point, that's when change will start to happen. But in the short term, they've pledged £250 million, $200 million to upgrading Old Trafford, and that really won't even touch the sides because it needs a lot more than that. But it's going to do the basics, fix the roof for a start, maybe stop it leaking on the fans who pay a lot of money to watch United. And beyond that, they'll make a couple of appointments. Jean-Claude Blanc, the former Juventus CEO, who was kind of pivotal to Juventus coming out of their post-Calciopoli situation back in the early 2000s, he'll be on the board as well. So promising times, I think, but again, with United, nothing ever happens quickly, so it's going to take a while for this all to seep through to make a difference. So let's wait and see how long it takes.
Why does it all have to be confirmed for them to do any sort of activity in January? Surely they could just have a conversation between them and the Glazers to get the people in they want before it's all signed and sealed, Mark?
Well, the Premier League have to do their owners and directors test, and I think that's going to be a formality, but legally, nothing can be signed off properly until that's done. So we're not talking about a Middle East state with questionable human rights records here. So I think it'll be a lot more straightforward than maybe other potential takeovers. But there's still issues to address. You know, whether there are potential problems with, Sir Jim Ratcliffe's ownership of Nice, his ownership of Lausanne. Are there any issues there that the Premier League have to be, satisfied about? I don't think there will be, but it still takes time, and it's going to be 6 to 8 weeks. And until that's done, I don't see any successful businessman like Sir Jim Ratcliffe putting money forward before it's all done and dusted. So it's just another delay. It's been November 2022 when it all started, and if it's going to be February 2024 when it ends, I mean, that's the end of the beginning, isn't it? It's not the beginning of the end. It's like, what next? But I do think if you're a Man United fan, there will be a reason to have a good Christmas now, even though it's very late on Christmas Eve to be announcing this. But they can say from now on, at least they've got people that seem to have the right idea, that want to win, that have got a bit of sporting expertise behind them, because the Glazers have no will to win and no sporting expertise. So sure, that's a positive that's changed.
There you are. Good.
Which is why they asked, as it was being reported today by Rob Dawson, not Augie.
Right.
That Sir Jim Ratcliffe and his Ineos organisation did not stipulate initially that they wanted football control. But it was the Glazers that wanted them to have that, which is just like Augie was saying, it's an admittance that they are utterly and have been utterly clueless in running this football club. Unfortunately, it's been ran so far into the ground, as Mark said, where did they start? Patching up the stadium or renovating it and the training ground? I mean, the playing staff, the problems with the Sanchos and others. I mean, there is so much. Where do you start as people coming in trying to, get the clean sweep out and clean it up? It's such a mess before we even get to the manager and the results. And of course, Aston Villa next, which is very short term in terms of their outlook. But it's a huge game for them, and one I wouldn't. Although this might be some good Christmas news for Man United fans, they've got to do one thing still: play football, and that's a problem.
Nadem, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's a very, very, very good statement. It sounds really, really exciting, and I'm sure that a more competent Man United would be fantastic for their fan base. But I've got to be completely open and honest. Like, the incompetence is far more entertaining from the standpoint of millions of others. But fair play to them if he gets it across the line. I hope that he does make them more competitive, because it will help the brand that is the Premier League as such. But unless he's providing better service to Højlund or he's finding Rashford a way to score some goals, some of those alternatives that they speak about, it'll be interesting to see what they're going to be. Because if they do believe they should be at the very top of English football and world football overall, there are a lot of teams that need to get past at this point who are in a far better position. So let's see what they do.
They obviously have a huge mountain to climb after a dreadful start to the season, no matter when the deal is officially done. Just a reminder how bad it's been. 13 defeats in their opening 26 games. That's the worst start since 1930. No goals in the last 4 matches. You have to go back to 1992, the last time that happened. And they've only got 18 goals in the Premier League this campaign. Only Sheffield United have fewer. As you mentioned, it's Villa next. That is on Boxing Day, and it's tight when the bookies can't really separate them. 3-2 for Manchester United. Aston Villa then coming at 8-5. A draw at 5-2. Mark, yesterday was such a mess yet again. In that defeat against West Ham. You looked at when he got rid of Marcus Rashford, maybe that would change things. That obviously had a very temporary change, and it's all back to being rubbish. It's just problems everywhere once again, isn't there?
It is, and I watched that game yesterday, and I just thought that it was basically a team of kids. And I think sometimes Man United, they try and get away with it with the fans by saying, look, we're bringing all these kids through, we're giving kids a chance. Louis van Gaal did the same sort of thing, brought loads of kids through, but they weren't good enough. The kids just simply weren't good enough. And I think, you have to question whether Pulisic is going to be good enough, whether, Anthony's going to be good enough. I think we know the answer to that one. And I think it's quite a sad team to watch, Ten Hag makes a lot of excuses, injuries and, lots of games, but they can't score a goal, and that's down to him. They can't score a goal in, 4 games now, and that is embarrassing. And I think, the statement we've seen tonight from Ineos and the Glazers doesn't mention Eric Ten Hag, but I think we all know that the big question is, we have many questions about this takeover. The big question is what happens to Ten Hag, because I think, as things are going on, I can't see him surviving this change in regime, because the Ineos group want to win. They want to make a quick start. So Jim Ratcliffe's 71. He's not really wanting to hang around for a 20-year project. So if Ten Hag can't turn this around, it is on him. And I think they've now got 1 game a week for the next 6 months. He's got no European commitments, no Carabao Cup. So he's got time on the training pitch now to make these players better, get them fit. And he hasn't been able to do that. So there's a massive question mark over Ten Hag. And with every defeat, with every terrible performance, his future looks even bleaker. And I think I'd be really surprised if he's there at the start of next season, shall we say.
If you looked at his press conferences alone, it's enough to make you think that anybody with any nous would remove him, because since day one of this season, he has talked the biggest load of garbage after a game. And I think he'd have got much more respect if he'd have come out to the press and fronted up.
Right.
And fronted up. But he hasn't. He's come out with all this gobbledygook about how they control games and about refs' decisions and about this and about that. It's always been about something apart from his team, generally. And I think that's made him look even weaker. And I think it's made him look weaker in the dressing room, because players, even the unscrupulous ones that are there, who most of them, as we know, are quite a few of them are bad apples, but players listen and they see quotes and they talk about this and they go, actually, we were pretty garbage. And Luke Shaw, to be fair, was asked some questions after the West Ham game and gave some relatively straight answers. Said, look, just not good enough. Just not good enough, and this is not what Man United are all about. And so I think not only the results, but words matter, and Ten Hag's words this year have been as bad as his team's performances.
Nathan, what's going to happen against Villa on Boxing Day?
Oh my gosh, you know, for how Villa are, the fact that, you know, they couldn't get that win against Sheffield United the other day, that was a big surprise to me. And going towards Trafford, for as much as a lot of teams get a lot of points there, I just feel like there's going to be a reaction from United, there's going to be a reaction from their fans, there's going to be maybe a bit of jubilation because they can see these things happen with Sir Jim Ratcliffe. So I'm not necessarily leaning for a Villa win. I think Villa at home, you know, they're nearly perfect, but I still favour United, and that's a weird thing for me to say, given the fact that, you know, they don't score any goals. But maybe I'm trying to curse it. Who knows, Dan? Who knows? Yeah,
it's the old Nathan double bluff, isn't it?
He plays a double bluff every time.
Yeah, it's a predictable move from Mr. Inoue.
Consistent.
Back to the drawing board then for Mauricio Pochettino as it finishes Wolves 2, Chelsea 1. Let's just take a look at what that means in the Premier League table. Well, for Chelsea, they sit 10th. Take a look at that. They are already 18 points off Arsenal at the top of the table. They've only played 18 matches this season. Shaka and Nadem are, of course, with us, but let's start with Mr. Merry Christmas.
Well, this is a very serious football show today, so...
Right.
We can't take Chelsea and Man United serious. How can we take ourselves serious, you know what I mean?
This was bad again from Chelsea.
Well, I think Chelsea and Man U should just play off between themselves between now and end of the season.
Like the opposite of a Super League.
And the loser loses because it's getting a bit Groundhog Day of talking about Man United yesterday, and it's the same with Chelsea. Look, a mishmash still of players coming on and throwing the kitchen sink at the end and all these subs, but you know, the decision making, particularly from Raheem Sterling, I think that's beyond the pale.
How would you have reacted if you were Cole Palmer?
Oh, well, Cole Palmer's a youngster, right? But let me tell you, in all the experienced dressing rooms I've played in, that would have been a problem at half-time.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Particularly when you're in the position that you're in. The club's struggling, the team's struggling, the manager's struggling. It's not about you. It's about playing a simple 5-yard pass to the right, and don't tell me he never saw it, right? Because you can see, unless you've got blinkers on, you can see in your peripheral vision, you know you've got a couple of players there. And it's a simple pass, job done, they take the lead, and who knows what's going to happen. Now, that's not why they're where they are in the league and blah, blah, blah. But when you're down there, you need to make good decisions, and that was an awful decision. But you know, up front, they are horrendous. Up front, Nico Jackson, somebody will have to tell me what he does. I mean, he played a little bit off Breuer today, and then they made some changes. He's got 8 yellow cards as a front man, probably more than he's had strikes at goal. I mean, it's just horrendous, and it asks questions about the recruitment again, because he's clearly not good enough to play as a headline striker in the Premier League.
Nathan, I just want to go back to that Sterling moment, because it was so kind of definitive when it came to the result of this match. You felt if Cole Palmer would have scored from that, then it could have obviously changed everything. Do you agree with Craig that Sterling's out of order there?
I agree with Craig in the sense that the better option would have been to pass, but in reality, Raheem Sterling's good enough to be able to finish that in a better way. I think Jose Sar's read him from sort of days ago in terms of when he dived to his left-hand side to deal with it. But again, like, if half-time came and they're going to discuss that, I wonder if Sterling's thinking, you know, I should have passed, or whether he's thinking he should have put a better finish towards it. But for them, you know, this is a case of their season. This is how their season's been. This is how last season was. This is a team that huffs and puffs, but unfortunately misses a ton of chances. And we saw that again today because they had some great opportunities. And to come away with a 2-1 defeat in a game which they feel that they should have won, I think it comes down to the finishing, because everybody concedes. But with the quality they have, they shouldn't be scoring more, and they shouldn't be missing as many chances as they do, in my opinion.
And Nkunku came on and took his chance. Shaq, if we're going to have one little glimpse of a positive light for Chelsea fans.
Yeah, we've been waiting all season long for Nkunku to have some kind of an impact for Chelsea in the hope that he changes their fortunes. Listen, Nkunku comes on, and all of a sudden, there's a sense of quality about Chelsea's attacking play that we hadn't seen, certainly not during the course of this game, and probably hadn't seen all season long, the Carabao Cup game aside. But Chelsea made all their own problems. I'm with Craig. I thought Raheem Sterling not passing was inexcusable. If he's on his own and Sam makes that save, you say really good save by the Wolves goalkeeper. Not passing to his right where he's got two players. It's simply inexcusable. And that kind of summed up Chelsea. No, again, to your question, we've been waiting for Nkunku to come back for so long, and he showed a sense of quality, a sense of composure, of calm about Chelsea, but it's going to take a whole lot more than that on this showing to turn around their fortunes.
You take a look at it, and Nathan mentioned the missed opportunities. In fact, they've missed more big chances than any other team in the league this season. They're first ahead of Everton.
Have I got my bobble in the right place here?
Shut up with your blooming thing. Look, if you take a look at this, does this make a difference? You're creating chances.
I'm fed up looking at these kind of stats,
right?
You know, and I tell you why. Because this has been they've been harping on about this at Chelsea now. You know, Pochettino's harping on about it, trying to drive it as this is why we are where we are. Graham Potter was very similar, maybe not quite as much, but it was always, we're dominating games, we can't finish, which they did a lot of times. And Thomas Tuchel, to some extent, was singing from the same hymn sheet. Blah, 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 blah. That's three managers. Come on, we can't keep using this as an excuse. The Sterling one was just downright crazy decision-making, right? That's not down to bad finishing. Taking a strike at goal there should never have been an option with the options that he had to his side. And Nico Jackson, you know, at the moment, it just looks like this Premier League is just too much for him.
Yeah.
You know, that's not bad finishing, it's bad players. And you know, look, at the end of the day, you know, do you think they'll sell that to the Chelsea fans and say, oh, you know, look at this stat here, we're sitting in mid-table mediocrity, but we're creating a lot of chances. I mean, come on, this has been the excuse now for, I would say, at least 2.5 years.
We talk about Manchester United in a moment and their takeover. Who's worse off, though, Shaq, on the pitch, United or Chelsea?
Oh goodness. I'm going to have to say. I think United are worse off. I don't see where a spark is coming from for Manchester United. And as I mentioned, Nkunku coming back, maybe that changes things. Maybe a little bit of a run in games and growing confidence for Chelsea. Again, season kind of moved up.
Shaq, you're really not selling this.
Well, I mean, take your pick. I don't want to be either. Is he God's honest truth? I'm not sure who's better off.
Well, hold on. Let's just roll it back a little.
Hello, hello, hello. Merry Christmas. Anybody home? Maybe, maybe not. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good whatever time it might be in your location. God is good all the time. Let me know if you can hear me and you can see me. Give me some feedbacks, okay? I need your feedbacks before we continue. And don't forget to bless your brother on Christmas Day by smashing that like button. It doesn't cost us anything. You know what I mean? And don't forget that you can call us by using this link here. Free of charge. You come and we talk about life, not only football. Depressing football, right? So we can discuss about cat and snow on Christmas Day and stuff like that. Feel free to do so. So thank you so much for stopping by, Mr. Rashid. Alright, let me take certain things away from the stream. Okay, so no specific topic. We just hanging out. You know, it's holidays. It's Christmas. It's snowing or it's raining or it's hot in certain countries. Whatever it is. So we just relax, man. Chill. Rashi number 10 say that big up. What happened to your brother Rashford? He's somebody who is not doing good at the moment, right? Why Chelsea fans are heading on Conor Gallagher? That is a good question. I don't know. You don't ask me that question because I don't hate anybody in life, especially our own kid from the academy. Because he doesn't have like compilation videos on TikTok and Instagram, flips and tricks and all that. So that's what people want to see today. If you are, it's difficult to understand because if Conor Gallagher was from Brazil or from France, my friends, that was going to be a completely different story with the same statistics, the same performances. Okay, Mr. Sockhang said that Chelsea gave us a happy Christmas. Yeah. Don't let Chelsea ruin your life, bro. Don't let Chelsea ruin your life. Just take it as it is. Accept who we are at the moment. And follow the process until the end. I told you at the beginning that it was going to be a bumpy road. It's going to be up and down. So it's hurt for me, but because I knew it, nothing was going to be fixed immediately. It was going to take time to gel all those kids together. All the players that we bought from all over the world, you just don't expect them to just gel one time. So it is what it is. Long time, Mr. Rashi. I don't see you anymore. I think you don't know the other channel, right? Football in Details channel. Yeah, sometimes like I forget that I have this channel. I forget to upload anything on it. I forget to go live on this channel, and it's gonna be like for a month. And I'm like, what are you doing? You should go back and do something on this channel. So probably because I've been switching here and there, forgetting some channels. It's crazy, man. It's not one channel. It's crazy. So sometimes you think that I'm gone, but I'm there every single day, but somewhere, you know. I'm always somewhere every single day. You'll find me on social media, on TikTok, on Instagram, Twitter, somewhere. I will always like post some kind of good content. You know what I mean? So I'm there every day, bro. You don't catch up with me on social media. Twitter, look at me here. This is me here on Twitter. Green Turf. If you wanna DM me privately, ask me how I'm doing and what you're doing for Christmas, you can email me. You know, I answer to everybody. Like, I don't have any ego or anything. Everybody is just the same. We are all the same. I answer to every single question, every DM. So I'm always there, bro. I'm not gone. You were gone, not me. I'm there somewhere. Very happy Merry Christmas to you and clan, and of course all the fans of the channel. Alright. Merry Christmas to everybody. Thank you so much. Joseph, are you there?
Yes, brother, how are you?
Merry Christmas, and I know you don't celebrate Christmas, but listen, man, Christmas is just for family to have a vacation, have a good meal, and, you know, just sit and walk the dog out. It's not a big deal, you know? There's nothing religious about Christmas anymore, you know?
Christian, I can.
Hey, look at the Mo Salah. Mo Salah now, people are getting on him on social media because he celebrates Christmas. He's with his family wearing Santa Claus stuff and oh, you are such a religion and you doing Christmas. I'm like, and Salah is like, hey, Christmas is for families. Yeah, it's even trending right now on social media. Like, I don't understand why people are taking it like seriously, you know. It's not like an event to divide people, you know, to divide people. Oh, you are white, you are black, you are from this religion. No, sometimes we just need to chill. You know what I mean? That chill, man. Everybody is your brother. You know?
Some people they want to make out of something.
Yeah,
agenda.
It's always people wanna dig to something to divide people. I don't get it.
Imagine, it's not the what you call topic of talking, but on the war of that Palestine and Israel, people taking like the Christians and Muslims.
That's the problem.
You see, it's not like
they are
that.
human being. They are human being a victim of the conflict over there. And sometimes if we can just think about human being dying, either what religion you are, what color of your skin, and people are dying. And that you have just to act and be a good human being and help people regardless of whatever is dividing us. Anyways.
You're right, man.
All right, Mr. Frank, are you there?
I'm here. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from the UK.
UK? What city in UK are you calling from?
I'm calling from Cambridge.
Cambridge. Oh, wow. It looks like good. They have a very good university over there. Cambridge University. My friend actually went to Cambridge. He got a scholarship to Cambridge. So he always tells me some very good stuff over there. So enjoy your Christmas, bro.
I do.
Yeah. So what do you have to say? We don't have a specific topic today. If you are a Liverpool fan, you want to talk about your team, it's good. If you are Tottenham Hotspurs, or if you are Santa Claus cousin and we wanna discuss about Santa, how he's tired and delivering all the gift. Listen, this is a free show. You talk about what you wanna talk about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you wanna complain about Chelsea and how they're gonna get relegated, go for it. All right.
It's almost becoming a shame now to say you are a Chelsea fan. I mean, I don't know what's going on. Honestly, I couldn't sleep.
Come on, man. Don't let those people ruin your day. Listen, those people, they fly in private jet, right? You know, yesterday after the game, they took a private jet. They went to their parties. They celebrate. They don't care. They get the same money, the same bonuses. They freaking don't care. They have everything they want. And the fans who went there to Wolves support them. They have to drive for hours, taking the bus, taking train or whatever. And they have to suffer on their money, taking the money from their pocket. And this is how they're going to pay the fans back.
I don't know, honestly. One of my biggest problems right now is the owner of the clubs. I don't know if they want to start doing child trafficking. We have problems in the team. We need players. We need people who can change the team. They keep going after 16 years old, 15 years old. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what Jassy has done. I don't know if he has gone to Africa to do one or two things. I don't know what's going on.
What they have to do? They have to go and get some juju. That's what you're suggesting? Go see
Chelsea,
some Sangoma in South Africa or something?
I mean, Chelsea, we are a team. We know we are known for winning.
Yeah.
But you can't win with Jackson. You can't win with Broja.
Yeah. Let's say hi to our brother from Tottenham Hotspurs, Mr. Josh. How are you doing, brother? Merry Christmas, man. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. I got my chocolate with me. I'm eating some nice chocolates. Christmas.
Good, man.
How are you doing? You alright?
Well, family and everything right, but my club is killing me, man. My club is killing me.
Yeah, I mean, Poch,
Poch, I think you sent Poch, just agent Poch, to destroy Chelsea. You Tottenham Hotspurs fans, you did this to us.
Yes, what have you guys done to us? What have you guys done to us?
What can we do? You guys got the wrong Poch.
He brought Spurs with him, so he brought the whole curse. That's why Spurs are doing good now, and then he brought all the Spurs thing at Chelsea. You see, so now we are the new Spurs, and you're gonna be the new Chelsea.
No, they are not having expectation like a Chelsea high. They used to, they're enjoying the Poch when he was there. Now they send us the curse on, and now we are almost. To be honest, since Potter, I'm not like before Chelsea supporter. Before, when Chelsea lose, I'm not sleeping nicely. I like almost, like, let's say half night I don't sleep. I feel bad. Now I use
you are used to that. You are immune into that.
Like I live like that, this thing is boring.
From the beginning, I never supported Chelsea hiring Potter because it doesn't even have a history.
Harry Potter, yeah. Well, some manager never had history, but they won titles. Zidane did it. Guardiola, when he joined Barcelona, did it. So not like a rule. If you didn't,
I think the biggest problem right now at Chelsea is just the fact that you guys can't have a consistent game of consistently doing something. In terms of, you're never consistently playing well. You're never consistently. You're never consistently. You're not consistent with anything. If you want to, for example, be consistently pressurizing the defense, do it every single game. Do that every single game. You're not doing it. One time you're pressing, one time you're not. One time it's only Sterling, one time it's Jackson and Sterling. It's it's not good enough. And from your point of view, I think one more thing also to know is the fact that your captain, Reece James, what's happening with him, mate? He's more injured than I bet he spends more. I bet the doctors in the hospital know him better than the doctors in Chelsea. Honestly,
that's true. That's so
it's
true.
That
yeah.
But look, I'm not going to come into one about Chelsea. All I'm going to say is that it's a long season for you lot, and best believe when Tottenham versus Chelsea is going to happen again, we've got a bit of revenge to take. But look,
it's Stamford Bridge, bro. It's Stamford Bridge. By that time, we might be good. We might smash you again.
You're right. But I got to go. So Merry Christmas to you all. And,
Merry Christmas, bro.
Big up, mate. Yeah.
Thank you so much, you and
thanks
your
for
family.
coming on my channel the other, just like 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago. Cheers, appreciate it.
Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much. God bless me.
Bye-bye. Have a good one. God bless you.
That was my brother Josh, Tottenham Hotspurs. I'm gonna try to link his channel so you can go. Good guy. He's not biased. Like, he tells the truth. He tells things as they are. Like, he's gonna tell you if Tottenham doing something wrong, he's gonna say it. So very good guy. Anybody that wanna jump and say,
I think I don't think so. The problem is coming only the players. Like that boy Josh, you mentioned something. Sometimes Jackson alone running, and then when Jackson keep quiet and Sterling running alone for 3-4 defenders, something like that. That's, I think, is coming from the coach, or maybe player they don't listen him, or coach got something missing with the players. That's sometimes I suspect the coach, maybe this coach is not like before, where we see a Tottenham Hotspur when he play, even if they lose, or even if they are, let's say, top 4 team or top 16, they play nice football. They play the very nice football.
But Josh, our brother from Tottenham Hotspur just said it. We are not consistent because one of the reasons being injuries. like, I don't want to give it as an excuse, but when you have 11 injuries, no matter how bad those players are, it's going to affect your team. And look at us now. Like, before the game against Wolves, we had 11 key players injured. And then after that game, Raheem Sterling is suspended. Cole Palmer is suspended. Ugo Chukwu got injured in that game. So we lost 3 more players from that game. How do you expect us to be as consistent as possible? Because you can't build the team around the same players, you know?
But for me, I think that is where the experience comes in. When you have situations like that on hand, now look at what Manchester City is facing now. If you have players out that you know is going to affect you, take your chances. Take your chances.
And that, take your chances, but you create chances and nobody is scoring. I don't think the coaching has something to do. And
so it's the player.
And tell Raheem Sterling, when you see, don't pass the ball, try to put the ball behind the, basically pass the ball to the goalkeeper. So those little things also is about individuals. You are a football player. No manager is going to tell you 100% what to do and what's going to happen on the pitch. You are there and you have to make the decision that is right in that particular time. You know?
I want to say on that thing there. Like, I was trying to say the coach something there and you didn't answer me all.
Yes,
you don't want to
go ahead. I will answer you this time.
No. If we got injuries, especially on defender side, on wingers or what you call wing backs and defenders, not attacking players, we got injured. Since beginning, Sterling is there, Jackson is there, Mudryk is there, Palmer is there. All the players, they are playing together since already we are now half a year or half a season. So those players, they should have chemistry there. Even if we leak some goals, I understand there we got our wing backs, all of them, they're injured now. The second option or what you call it that, those ones they are there. But our problem, if you watch all the game, is attacking, not defending. The problem is attacking. If attacking, they score all the chances. Defense gonna be safe.
You are right. I think by now we were going to be in top 4. Even if we converted 10% of what we are creating, right now we were going to be pushing for top 4. Listen to statistics that's going on online now. Chelsea missed the most clear chances, the more big chances. It's not like 50-50. The chance that you have 99% of scoring, Chelsea missed more of those chances than any team in Europe. Any team, every team in Europe, Chelsea missed the most clear chances. Okay? When I'm talking about clear, is those chances that Raheem Sterling missed yesterday. Is those chances that Michael Jackson missed against Tottenham Hotspur. He needed like 45 clear chances, empty goal to score 3 goals against 9-man Tottenham Hotspur. Those kind of chances. How can you blame everything on the manager?
Okay, then, Guardiola, I'm not comparing Guardiola, but he's a coach, but when his midfielders, all of them out injured, he didn't play even Kovacic because he is not trusting now. He didn't play Kevin Phillips. He didn't play. He played who? Defenders and young boy. That's a young boy, I don't know his name. So, this guy.
Lewis or who?
This guy. Like that. Let's say if he's who is that? Jackson missed 6th chance like yesterday. Ram is telling they missed is a criminal thing. So he should have punished them, those kind of strikers, and make bench and play even a midfielder like what you call it, the first 9, and must learn this guy sitting the bench and then he's telling he should have not played yesterday. 90 minutes there. This guy is killing yesterday. He's the one player I'm blaming him to miss. I don't blame Borja. He's out like 1 year. He come. This guy is trying to come right, I don't blame him. So the coach, he should have do his things there, and player must be punished. Why punish that boy who is that we buy last year? That 30 million. Why his name is gone? Number 11 shirt.
Yes, Noni Madueke.
Noni Madueke. You heard maybe he go to the nightclub, whatever, punishing him.
Yeah, he went to a party. He went to a birthday party. It's not like nightclub. It's your friend called you for a birthday. You have to go.
Okay. So he punished him for that thing. How many games he's sitting on the bench? Those guys, it's not. I think if it's me, it's bigger than. It's not bigger than going a birthday party. This type of goal missing. He should have punished him. This guy on the bench. If it's Jose Mourinho, what he gonna do? He will take them out. Sit there on the bench.
Frankie, Mr. Frankie, what do you think? He should have punished somebody.
Yeah, I think.
I'm really sorry to be rude to just cut right now, but
Yes,
Uggs, the music is very loud. We could barely hear the listen.
Okay.
The callers.
Thank you for letting me know.
I agree with Joseph, because if you want to show discipline, you have to go to everybody.
Now?
Yeah, if you want,
I'll tell you in the chat. Let me see.
All right, thank you. Yeah, I already put it down. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, so if you want to show discipline, he has to go to everyone. No player is bigger than the coach. I mean, if you're punishing Noni Madueke for going to the club, then you have to also punish Selly as well. He has to go around.
Yes.
You don't give priorities to some players. I think that's what the problem we're having in Chelsea. Don't make players feel like they are too important, and that's going to be the problem.
Yes.
Just for example, we saw what Modric did. He after scoring against Newcastle, we were all expecting to start. If you give him one good play and put it back on the bench, he's going to lose form. Keep playing him.
Yes.
We know Sterling can be good on his good days, but Sterling can give you one good day and give you 5 bad days.
Yeah, he's not consistent. So thank you for letting me know about the music. The goal also about the show is also to have some kind of ambience, like the party ambience. So a little bit of middle music, not loud, not soft, is important because of the day, because of the event, if that makes sense. It's just like when we do like a watch along and we are watching the game. It's just that's the way I like it. But thank you for letting me know. If it's not that, I want even people to scream. Like put it. It's just like if he being in a party. That makes sense. Like music somewhere, and that is my concept. But yeah, I think it's better now. People can hear. Thank you for letting me know. All right, you wanted to say something, Mr. Joseph?
Yeah, and again coming on to the point, Manson, that boy, he don't even one game to see this guy. When he comes from the bench, we see him little bit light on this guy. He's going up and down. He's a natural left back. This guy playing forward and wasting his talent for forward.
That is a good
point. And playing, leaving this guy outside. I don't understand these kind of things. Why he's trying something? He's trying to create something out of. I don't understand. That's why I'm blaming on the coach, not all the players. Let's see the Tottenham coach, what he's doing. I don't think they got better than Chelsea players. Those ones. He's not. They are not better than. How he's doing.
I agree. I think a Pochettino, just like many managers, they are biased. They already made up their mind about certain players. Jan Madsen being a left back or wing back his entire life. He's like 21 years old. Last season he played very good in the championship. Championship is a very, very tough high level division. It could be even better than the French league, let's be honest, with all the respect. And then he comes back to Chelsea and you're telling him, oh, you are not a fullback, you are not a wing back anymore, I'm going to play you in the midfield, I will play you as a number 10 or whatever when I need you. And 3 minutes here, 5 minutes there, and you just killed his confidence. He was the best left back in the championship under Vincent Company last season. He was the best in the business, and all of a sudden you say you are not good enough, I'm not gonna use you. So I think just like many managers, they already have the players that they don't like, so they put them in the blacklist. It's like, okay, just in case if everybody is injured, I can use you. So yeah, Pochettino also, I was thinking that he was somebody who is not biased, but I can tell Noni Madueke and also Jan Madsen, they are already in the blacklist. He just don't like them in the personal level. That's my opinion.
But you know, the funny thing is whenever the club is down, you keep calling on these guys. Ian Maxim. When we played Newcastle, we were almost giving up in the game. He brought in Ian Maxim and he brought in Gusto. My question is, why keep it them? Why not bring them from the beginning?
Yeah, that's the problem, because I think Jan Madsen, he's gonna play better than Levi Colwill from the left back position, because that is what he does for living, you know. And Levi Colwill he's a centre back. That's what he does. Play people from the position they feel comfortable. You know, this is I just don't get it. You know.
Maybe I surprised the way even these owners they stuck Thomas Tuchel, because Thomas Tuchel, I think, is little bit is aggressive guy. He got his mind. He talk his mind like he want to do his thing, and then he's not agree with the board what they're trying to do. That's why they change him. Sack him. And Poch, he's saying everything. Yes, maybe this board. Say yes, take this one, yes, take this one, yes, take this one, yes. Now, about Conor Gallagher, he's our best player since the beginning. They asked him, Conor Gallagher, the transfer rumors and what. He said, player and board, I don't know. No, he should have said, no, I like Conor Gallagher. He's our best player. He's playing good. We have to keep him. That's he's supposed to say. So maybe board they choose him because he's a
yes man. Okay. All right. Okay, let me read some comments here from YouTube. Mr. Wilson said that put Jackson on the bench for yesterday games. We can blame the coach why putting Madueke on the bench over Jackson. So basically what he means is, like, you know, Jackson needs to be on the bench and Noni Madueke on the pitch. Literally, that's what he means. And that was also a very good point, because why play Jackson as a winger while you have Mudryk and
on the bench?
Yeah. Sorry, let me. Yeah, you can continue. I was just checking out something else.
The first time we've ever played a very good football that I watched, even if we didn't win, was the one we played against Arsenal. We played without a striker.
Man City, I'm sure. Man City and Arsenal.
And Man City, yeah. But yeah. I love what happened against Arsenal. Although even if we did well and the same Poch at the end of the day spoiled the game, we played without a striker. Give Kopama the chance to run around at that front. And I'm happy that Christopher is back now.
Yeah, Christopher Nkunku did very good yesterday. He came and he changed the game. He could even score a header. Jackson is horrible. How can you be a striker without not even knowing how? I think he's even afraid of touching the ball, touching the ball with his head. Like, he doesn't know anything about heading. Let's say hi to another brother who just joined us, Mr. Gordon Henry. Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Hey, brothers, Merry Christmas to you guys. Merry Christmas from my family to yours. And we are hoping that so far the Christmas it's not ruined with what is happening on the Chelsea side. But sometimes you can't really shake that off because it's really annoying, and it's, you know. And I had said, oh, I'm not going to watch that game, because you get this feeling that comes to you. So especially with this Chelsea team, it hits you. And then my kid woke up at 5. I said, oh my, and that game was supposed to be at 7 a.m. local time. I said, well, let me see what these guys are going to do. And then you watch the first half, and once you watch the first half, you know where the second half is going to go, because once the team doesn't score in that first half and their Wolves is just playing around with you, you know that this team is going to get frustrated, and that's what's going to happen. So it's
a Chelsea thing. You kind of know when we concede a goal, you kind of know it's over, because who's going to score for us?
Exactly. You know, and Poch, I think it's good to be cautious bringing in players, but don't wait too long. I mean, bring the. If Kunku started probably the second half, it would have probably been better. Look at what Madrid came and was taking on people. I mean, be more proactive. You know, like you say in your videos, be more proactive. That's what you're here for. They brought you because you have that reputation of taking a team that's average to another level. But so far, I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that in Poch. It seems like we were doing even better under Potter than him, because Potter had a very bloated squad than what Poch had, and he had to manage. So I expect a little bit more. I'm not about Poch out, but with these owners, the thing is, if you say out, the person that they bring in might even be worse than the person who was replaced. They might go and bring maybe a Bob Bradley who was the coach of the U.S. national team, or Thomas Frank.
Frank Lampard is getting ready.
Exactly. Or Bruno Salto. Bruno Salto even got us a draw with Liverpool. It's things like that. You know, if they take him out, who is that elite manager that they can really bring to take this team to the next level? I mean, I'm not looking forward to Poch to take this team and win the Premier League. No, but I was expecting him to take the team to an acceptable level. That's what I'm looking for.
What if we win, let's say, the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup? Mr. Joseph, what is success for you this season from Poch? What success means?
Success means playing players on their own possession, improving the players for the next season, and go at least for the Europe, not Champions League, for the Europe football, wherever,
like
conference
the conference league or something.
Yeah, something there. At least we can't blame him too much to say, okay, go there and challenge for top 4 or even for winning Premier League, whatever. We can't say that. If play nice football, players must improve for the next year. Maybe he will add some more, and then we see the light. Okay, Chelsea growing up. Next year they will build from end. Now we don't have hope. This guy, how far we gonna take it, and we don't know which player will come improve. We still number 10. From when? Staying 10. Maybe who's that? Bournemouth, when they play and they will go above us. 12. Potter finished 12. Lampard finished 12. Him gonna finish 12. So there is nothing improvement there. Even if we win a Carabao Cup, it doesn't give us any sense there. Staying on number 12. No way. Leave Carabao Cup alone. If he win or not, we don't care for that. Must improve the table. Way. Go to the 6, 7 somewhere there. At least. And there is a chance to improve the team and buying striker or some good wingers there. And then this guy,
Yeah, I don't blame you. So,
and also if you look at the other teams, I don't know if it was Joseph who mentioned that, but if you look at the other teams, like Liverpool and Arsenal, look at when they were rebuilding, they were not in 12th. They would end up somewhere between they weren't even 10th. If you look at all those years that Arsenal were struggling, they were not even 10th. They would be around 6, 7, 8. I mean, they'll be there. But this rebuilding is like you taking the team down. You should at least see where the team is going, not just stuck in there. Because I mean, look at Bournemouth now. They're the same. How many teams? Like 3 teams with 22 points. It's very easy. This team can easily end up in 15th or 16th with the way those teams that are below them are picking up points, and they don't take advantage of the fact that, oh, if this team above has dropped points, so it should give you momentum. Like, you can't count on this team that will say, okay, take the momentum from the cup game for Wednesday, at least take that momentum into the weekend. That's all. We are not asking you to win 7 games in a row. That's too much. Or even win 3. 3 in a row. Like, the coming fixtures are supposed to be winnable games. But do you think this team can pull it off? I don't think so.
It's a problem. It's a very big problem. I think the bulk of the fault is with Poch. Seriously, I think he came with the mentality like, after all, I'm going to get sacked. Let me just do my thing and get my money. So it didn't come to improve the team. I think the problem, that was the problem Thomas Tuchel had with the new owners. Thomas Tuchel, he knew what was ahead of him. He knew what he was going to face. When Thomas Tuchel came, the first thing he said, I want to build a team that every club will be scared to play against. He said it, and he didn't just sit and sit down. He said it. He went to work. He told the players, this is what I have said. This is what I want. If you don't deliver, you go. I remember one of the matches, the Chelsea, female Chelsea, they lost. I saw the way the coach was talking to them. Look, if you don't want to stay here, you leave. If you don't want to play, you leave.
Yeah,
you are here for bad, or you leave. So this is how coaching.
It's a very good point you're making there. The problem we have now is, let me answer also to Mr. Dead Lion. I think he is, because Chelsea are dead, so his screen name is Dead Lion. So yes, I understand about you leave, you do this if you don't do this and that, but we are not in that stage of like making people go if they don't perform. This is another project. This is an investment fund. This is not Abramovich giving money from his pocket. So even the owners need to protect their assets, because you don't pay a 120 million on a player for a manager to sabotage and devaluate that player. So you have to understand that we are in a very difficult situation here where Poch can't be like Pep Guardiola or Jurgen Klopp or Thomas Tuchel, because it's a new project, it's a different, and even you can't even impose yourself in just like 6 months. Klopp, Guardiola, Arteta, those people that we are, people are comparing us with, they've been together with the same team for 5, 6, 7 years, and they have the power from the top. Okay, you can do whatever you want. Erik ten Hag was given like the power to, bring discipline in the Manchester United team. So he can afford to tell Ronaldo, sit on the bench or suspend you, but Pochettino don't have the same power. If that makes sense?
It makes sense, but I think that's where he's getting it wrong. A coach like Mourinho will look at Todd Bowley in the eye and tell you, if you don't let me handle this, I'll walk away. And he walks away.
But that's a problem. He won't get the job to begin with, because it's going to be all from the beginning. You do what we're telling you to do. This is our plan, and this is what we have. That's why they negotiate like for days and weeks on hiring a manager, because they have to agree on terms and condition of the job. Mourinho won't take the job to begin with, because Mourinho would like to buy his own players and would never take no for an answer, and will get rid of pretty much half of the team.
Definitely,
and that is not the project that we have right now. So even Mourinho now, first of all, he's not going to get the job to begin with. That's why Nagelsmann didn't get the job. Luis Enrique didn't get the job because they were demanding certain things that are not not the project, not part of the project.
But I think from the beginning, if you don't let these players know that, look, I might not be in charge, but I pick you for every matches. If you don't do what we want to do collectively, you might not play. If you begin to let them know now that, look, even if you score own goals, oh, don't worry, we are still there, we'll still play you. You are giving them the power to play nonsense. And that is why a player like Enzo Fernandez can stroll in the field. After I was bought for 100 million plus, they wouldn't drop me. That's the reason why a player like Jackson can miss 1 million goals chances and still get a chance to play, because he knows that.
You're making a good point. The problem I want you to see here is also you have 11 players already injured, 3 of them suspended. You don't have the luxury to start being tough on the 9 players that you have in the first team. Like, your hands are tied. That's what you have also to see the other side of the coin. Yes, he can say you're gonna be benched, you are such and such, but you have 11 players injured. 3 players are suspended. Who is gonna play?
On that.
How do you? Okay, so who is gonna come on the pitch?
Okay, wait. Let me tell you.
Who's gonna come on the pitch?
No, let me tell you. Answer me. When our possession from wing or whatever, when we struggle to put our starting 11 player, yesterday only, since beginning, yesterday only, even Ukuchuku, they are the player who they buy to play here in the midfield. Only yesterday, we got too much players there, not like other team. We got more than enough player. They are young and good players, all of them, which is in the bench. Lavia is out almost 6 months. We got enough midfielder. We don't miss Lavia.
Yesterday, early in the morning, Caicedo got sick, diarrhea or whatever it was, fever, not qualified to travel with the team. The previous game, what's his name? Enzo Fernandez. He was on the pitch for like 20 minutes. He couldn't take it anymore. Diarrhea, out. Now we hear about injury, and he might be back probably next year. So you're talking about, you have to put names there to tell me, okay, we have 11 players injured. We have 3 of them are sick now, and we have 3 suspended. Give me names. Give me 11 players that can play, can fit in the first team now. You bring
suspended
names.
one. Suspended one is suspended yesterday. We are talking for the past, not for the future for Crystal Palace. We are not talking. We don't know what's going to happen on Crystal Palace. We are talking for the Wolverhampton game and the past game. Past game, Enzo Fernandez, he was on the bench. If you remember Newcastle, I think Newcastle game or what game? He was on the bench. Yeah, he was on the bench. Second game, he come start and he got flu or what he go out. We got we are playing with 2 midfielders, isn't it? 2 midfielders, Gallagher and Caicedo. We got it. We don't miss Enzo. Enzo, he was playing even out of possession that day. Number 10 is not his possession. Why he's playing on number 10? Enzo, he is a midfielder, which is 666. He's supposed to play there. So we don't miss Enzo that day because he's playing out of his possession. First of all, Jackson is playing on the wing. Mudryk is out. Madueke is out on the bench. So who we miss? Gusto is in the bench. We're playing that Disasi on the right wing. And Madsen is out. We're playing Colwell on the left wing. So who we miss? We got players on the possession. Even we got injured. Nkunku is out for 6 months. We got Palmer. Replacing him is playing nice. So we never miss. Tottenham, how many players? The starting 11 players they miss and bring what you call that Dyer or those guys who is staying on the bench and joining them and winning game. They are better than us. We are not better than who is that? Luton Town. We are not better than Northern Forest. We are not better than
we are the worst team in the country right now, to be honest.
No.
We are worse than
We
anyone.
got better player. We don't have a better manager who gonna combine them or join them together and play and win. That's the thing.
You can imagine a Sheffield Wednesday coach telling his player that if you don't win, if you don't get a point against Chelsea, you want to enter the train back to back home. So what is he telling them? Pushing them. This is what Chelsea is a big club. We are not a mid-table club.
There should be a standard. Look how Tottenham plays, even when they have injured players.
Yes.
They still maintain that high line, and it pays off. The consistency. There should be a standard. And also, one of you mentioned here that when you miss chances like that, like look at the chances that Nicholas Jackson missed. There should be some kind of consequences. You don't allow players to keep. I mean, you want to build confidence, yes, but you also want to send a message that, look, your chances came 2, 3, you didn't take them. Someone else is going to come on there and try it. Whether you're going to bring an academy player to come and try that, or you're going to bring someone, we still have the quality on the pitch to do that job. Like you don't just let them because they are boys and you want to keep consistent. Like you don't miss chances. Yes, Sterling got an assist, but you don't need to keep rewarding. Sometimes when people miss big chances that end up costing a team, you bring someone else to do it. It doesn't matter whether you go to the under 21 and come. It doesn't mean that you're not going to play Jackson forever. No, you're just telling him, look, brother, that miss, you were not supposed to miss that. So you're going to come off. Someone else is going to try.
You can't be nice for the 11 player or 25 player. You can't be nice. You must be aggressive somewhere. And sit on the bench one game or 2 games, and listen and learn what you did. And then other player must go and they must perform. That's it. You can't play. He's telling how many dives he dived yesterday. 2, 3 dives he make there, and then end up he gets yellow card. He just keeping on the pitch. Madueke is better than him. He's living there. Imagine. So that kind of things come from manager. You already said yes man is a yes man. Let's accept it. This yes man and see where he's gonna take us. That's it.
And if you listen to the press, if you even listen to the press conference where they ask him why he plays people out of position, he kind of dodged the question. He didn't really answer that. He didn't really answer those questions. He just dodged around with them. I thought Thomas Tuchel was like the master of playing people out of position, but this guy is taking this to another level. He's taking Tuchel's tactics to another level. Like for what? I don't know. I really don't know.
Ask him on the press conference. The Jackson is missing the fan, they are booing or something, and they're asking, say, no, Jackson is young and we can't blame one player. He should have said, no, Jackson must score that goal. If he missed that goal, he could not be a Chelsea striker.
Well, so do you think really that a manager is going to come publicly and say those kind of stuff like you are bad or you are... I think he's just using PR. It doesn't mean necessarily that is what he's saying.
What he's saying. Mourinho he said for Rashford, what you remember?
Sir, which match did we play and we lost? And the following minute, Jackson took a flight to Villarreal.
Imagine. That was after Newcastle United, I think.
Who you think Mourinho would take that from any player? Or you think from any player?
Exactly. It is the same manager who was saying that the boys will not have a day off. So you have to be very careful.
Your statements in public doesn't match what you're doing behind the pitch. So the consistency is not even on the coach. So how do you expect the players to be consistent when you say something in public and then you go behind, something else happens? Like it just doesn't make sense.
The problem you all have here is that you refer on Mourinho, you refer on Guardiola, you refer on tough managers that had different conditions than Chelsea at the moment. Jackson going to Villarreal to say goodbye because he never had a chance to do was scheduled. Everybody was given 2 days in advance, like you have on your schedule. I agree that sometimes you have to cancel it because after defeat you make them run, but it was an event that was planned in advance. And even when we keep on, we have only one game a week for the entire season, and we practice, we score goals in training. We come to a match day, we don't do anything. So what that was going to change, change if Jackson didn't go to Villarreal, do you think that he was going to score a hat-trick at Chelsea Football Club? So there are certain things. I understand the standard that you are asking for, but also in our position, in our level, with the project we have right now, probably the manager doesn't have the power to do it because of circumstances, because of injuries, because of the project, because of such and such. It's always something that will add every single game. If you look at Chelsea Football Club, it's going to be more injuries, more suspensions, or something else. You know what I mean? So he's not in that level yet of, I'm the boss here, everybody out. Because if we follow your logic, everybody in that team need to be really benched right now to play what? Academy? Okay, 16 years old from the academy. Like, if we follow your logic, everybody need to be sacked like now. Bring new players. We are not in the transfer window yet, and even if the transfer window is open, you bring whatever you want. They're not gonna perform just out of the blue.
You must understand also, we didn't say everybody must be sacked. We are saying manager he must have his authority and show for the players respect. Player must respect him, his opinion. If the Jackson is not scoring, missing, he should have said no, Jackson sit there and maybe 2 games or 1 game, punish there and then come back like that. Not say sack the players, not like that. This guy, the missing. They should, another player, they should have a chance to try their luck. So why one player just missing there? Another one also must miss. Let's see what's gonna happen. Also must see. He must give everybody chance, and then from there he will take it. So we can't talk if he gives for everybody. He's giving us agenda to talk now. Yeah. If he give for everybody chance, we don't have agenda to talk.
Yeah.
It's like,
and yet, how can you be a striker and you already have how many yellow cards? 7. You are one of the highest earning yellow carded player in the league. You are a striker. I mean, that is a discipline problem, and that should come with consequences of its own. It should come with some consequence. You're not saying like punish it. You're just telling him, you have to reflect. Sit down and reflect. Keep your mouth shh. Like when we were children, you say shh. Yeah. sit down and reflect.
Listen,
you have David Washington.
Listen, Jackson grew up in the streets, right? He's a street guy, you can tell. He's putting his arm, around people's neck. He want to fight. Like this guy used to fight in Senegal or Gambia. When you grow up in those environments, bro, you don't take a no for an answer. You don't take crap. You go really physical with people. So I understand that that's how you solve the problem on the street. When you play football on the street, that's the way you survive, bro. You
oh yeah, that's true. Many of us here grew up in that kind of environment. It's just that at that level, sometimes you just have to.
It's gonna take time for him to understand because remember, the guy just had like a 2 month of good football at Villarreal, scored 9 goals, and then all of a sudden he's at Chelsea. So he jumped. That was a big jump from him. So all those little things are gonna come with the time, with the age. He's gonna improve. I don't think
this guy is acting a wrong place. If he be aggressive for the defender, we like, if he's aggressive on the ball or when they're giving long ball, he can't keep even one ball though. He must be aggressive for them though. He must scare defenders. He must not go on the bench and grabbing players or any stupid things, talking there and getting yellow cards. those kind of these unnecessary things he's doing. He should have been aggressive on the box to get penalty or to defender to get yellow card. He should have do like that. He's better than as he's on the pitch. He know what he's doing. So this guy, that come I think from manager. Manager should have tell him those kind of things. If you do next time these kind of things and get another yellow, you will get punished 1 game or 2 games. He should have said like that. He will learn. He's still young. He will learn from manager. If manager is not telling him,
I think Pochettino told him one of the press conferences, because in one of my channels you're gonna find every single press conference. Just plugging myself here, the Green Turf and other channels. So in one of the press conferences, he said that he had a one-on-one conversation with Jackson and also Enzo Fernandez, because Enzo Fernandez he was suspended also. Like, even if he was fit, he was not going to play against Wolves because he had already 5 yellow cards. So even him have discipline issues. It's not only about Jackson. It's the entire team. If you look at the stupid yellow card that Levi Colwill is getting, you look at even at Gallagher. Gallagher you can understand because he took 1 for the team. That's the kind of yellow card that you can accept. Okay, you clip somebody just because you wanna break the play so they don't score. You take 1 for the team. On some of the timings will been bad, but anybody can do it. Even John Terry will time sometime wrongly and get a yellow card or red card. That's happened. But for the rest, you look at even Reece James, our captain, against I don't know what team. It was Newcastle United, right? You already got a yellow card, which was stupid, pulling people down. And the second one, you do exactly the same thing. And then they get a red card. It just reminded me even back when Koulibaly used to be at Chelsea Football Club against Leeds United. He pulled something, like the game is already over. And he took a red card because of a stupid. So those kind of stuff happen. That's why you need a proper leader on the pitch. You need leaders, not even one. You need leaders in every position. People who will push, but who also will encourage on the pitch and say, hey, we still have 5 minutes to go. Let's push. And we'll tell people, hey, be careful. You have a yellow card. Hey, you don't want to leave us in trouble. But you can see Chelsea players don't talk to each other. They just talk to the referee. They just try to fight the opposition when they are losing. They want to fight physically, but they don't fight between each other. They don't talk to each other. Nobody is leading nobody.
Jorginho, Oxley. Yeah, we miss Jorginho.
All right.
First of all,
let me read this here. Mr. Dead Lion says, he said that our comparison is wrong. Other clubs didn't get rid of the entire squad. Basically, that's what he means. Yeah, for people who forgot, we sold everybody, right? We got rid of everybody. They didn't have, so other managers or other teams didn't have to deal with 25 new players from all over the world who don't know each other and who need to create, friendship on and off the pitch. So this is a very good point. I think that's why you have to blame probably the owners, because our change being so aggressive is one time sack everybody, bring everybody new. So it doesn't happen this way in football. In football, you got to rid of few, and then
they already won. Some players they already 1 season, full season. What they want more than Modric is 1 season. Enzo Fernandez.
He came in January. It's not even 1 season. He came in January. How can you call it a season?
What is January now? one game left for January. It's 1 season now. And then James was there. Gallagher is there. Who is that? Thiago Silva is there. But Chile is also 1 year.
But that is not, they are not creating issues. We are talking about the people who are creating issues, who are not combining anymore, yet.
But the guy commenting, he said 25 player, new player, what new, what. That's why I'm giving him. We are not having 25 new.
But is that the reason why we cannot score the chances we are creating because we are new? You can't tell me that because Justin's new in Premier League, he has to put the ball to the keeper or put the ball over the bar. That's not an excuse.
Okay, Mr.
No, the one question, Oxy, I heard in the news is true or not. When they make Reece James as a captain, Thiago Silva was not happy. Some news I heard it. Is it real news or?
Those are rumors. Those are just paper talk. Reece James is a very good friend with Thiago Silva. They appreciate each other on the pitch. And Thiago Silva knows that he's leaving. He just wanted to make sure that the transition is... Thiago Silva is a captain without having the armband. You know, it's not even a problem for me. He's leaving the end of the season. He knows that they need to transition. And he need to also teach Reece James how to be a captain. That is not really a problem for Thiago Silva. What that has to do with the result we have now, because I think defensively we've been good. Offensively is what is killing Chelsea.
Yeah. We just need to be good in the attack. That's the problem.
Yeah, the attack. Let's say hi to another brother who just joined us, Mark.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay, happy holiday to everyone on the show.
Yes, sir.
And honestly, right now I'm livid. I don't know what to say. But I will always say that we should all trust the process. And if we are suffering, we all have to suffer together, because I've said it time and again that getting rid of all the squad was a big mistake on the part of the owners and for the Chelsea fans who were calling for that. Was it very wise decision for us to do that? Absolutely no. Or maybe yeah. But on the other side, all these fans were calling for the head of some of these players, and the players were sold. Probably they don't know how experience will just be so good for a team. An experienced team like Chelsea or a big club like Chelsea, we still need experienced guys to be around. But every Chelsea fans were just saying that, hey, sell this person, let this person go. And Thomas Tuchel also said something, but we are yet to get the answers. He said most players said they want to go. Why were they trying to go? What was the problem? Why these players were trying to leave the football club? Nobody has given us the answer up to date. So the new owners also took to themselves. They started bringing in some new guys. And I have to disappoint all Chelsea fans. This is a rebuilding process. Nobody should expect something new. People have been, comparing the team with Tottenham and other teams. It can't work like that. Tottenham already have their team in place. The only change was a new coach coming in. Just look at our squad. This is a new squad. We have less than 5 players who have been around for like 2 to 3 years. If anybody expect that this team will be gelling and they will be performing wonders within a year, we are just making a big mistake. And secondly, I have to tell everybody that probably there is something we are lacking. We are still building the team. We have to figure it out. So people should just exercise restraint. And all those who are calling for the head of Pochettino, if we start Pochettino, who are we bringing in? People should tell
Frank
me.
Lampard is coming back.
Okay, no problem. Let Frank Lampard come. That would be good.
Joseph is gonna kill me if I say that. Joseph,
you understand? People are saying start Pochettino. Start Pochettino.
You are embarrassing Frank Lampard, our special player, man. Don't call his name on.
Wow, if Frank Lampard comes back, that would be good. Let's all suffer together.
Not Frank Lampard. This time, if they bring the young coach, if he comes,
this guy, Antonio Conte will never come to this condition.
No, we don't want that.
And will be working with young players. It will not happen. He's not coming. Jose Mourinho will come and resell all the people he doesn't want and start a new thing. There is no way this guy Zidane will come.
Brother, let's be honest. Let's be honest. If we give for Jose Mourinho these players, he will do better than Pochettino. Let's be honest.
Are you serious, my brother?
No.
I disagree with you.
Yeah.
I disagree totally with you. There is something that we need to fix with the team. We are playing a whole leg, and we don't have any number 9. Tell me the number 9. The only number 9 we have is Broja. Broja, after coming back from the injury, is not performing very well. There are so many things like this team is not so bad. I can tell people, like yesterday, for instance, if you look at the game we were playing, if Sterling had given that chance to either Palmer or Jackson, we would have killed the game.
Yeah, the game was going to be completely different. Yeah,
we outplayed these guys in the first half.
The manager. He's the one.
Yeah, I will come to Poch situation.
Let
me say something. I agree with you. There is
he got preseason. He see the Jackson. You never see, I think, Poja. You see a Jackson. If Jackson is not a true striker, why he didn't tell them?
Well, that is not the topic. Let me structure a little bit. Let me structure this a little bit. He's talking about if we score that goal. Mr. Joseph, you are talking about something else.
And even saying that why didn't Poch say this? Why didn't Poch? We are not in the dressing room. We don't know what Poch will be telling the players and what they will come on the field and they will also do. Nobody is in the dressing room. So whatever Poch tells the players, nobody will know. Coaches can tell players to come to the field and do something, and they will go out there and do a different thing. I've been a player before. Your coach will tell you, please don't go beyond this line. At the end of the day, because of the excitement and everything, you will go beyond the line. And one thing I also tell Poch, Graham Potter made a mistake, and he's trying to do the same mistake. Please, he has to get his first 11. I don't care what he will do to get the first 11. There should be a call of the team. Every player should know that, hey, this time I am part of the first 11. Whoever doesn't want to stay on the bench can work hard and come into the first 11. If they can't do that, then they can leave the football club. He can't be changing the squad day in and day out. Today is these players, tomorrow is that players. How are you going to get your first 11? Football doesn't work that way. He has to get his first 11 and make sure that
Mr.
everybody...
Mark, I got your point, and we're going to go and say hi to another brother who just joined us. My problem with that is the first 11, of course. How can you have the first 11 when you have 11 players injured and every single game you keep on like getting injured and suspension? I don't know if you know that we are in big trouble against Crystal Palace in another London derby because we lost Ugo Chukwu, another hamstring injury. We lost Raheem Sterling and Cole Palmer, suspension, decent. And I don't know even who's going to start the starting 11. So I understand that
Nkuku is back. Why don't you throw Lavia in the game? Although Lavia is coming back for me.
It's easy to say. Lavia got injured just like Ugo Chukwu yesterday. He's coming from another injury like
I understand.
Month. And then all of a sudden, he got injured again. I saw even some people online saying, why did you play him?
Like
so
that,
the manager can't win. It's always a lose-lose situation.
If we continue like that, throw some of the young boys in. Who knows? You've been doing this in Tottenham. Nobody knew Dele Alli. It took just one game. Nobody knew Harry Kane. It took one game as a coach. And Harry Kane took over from Adebayo. That was the end of Adebayo. So why don't you go to the academy? We have the reserve side. Why don't you bring some of these young boys? Those guys are very hungry to get into the first team. Go in there. Get some of the young boys. Let them play. They don't want to tell me that those boys are just useless and they can't play in the first team. If we are having issues, we have the reserve side. Go in there. Get some of the young boys. Let them play.
For that's one game, even one midfielder. For one game, for Wolves game, that guy who's a Palmer, he can play even midfielder. He's telling he can play. He should manage it than putting that injury player and putting him, make him injured.
If people are injured, go into the reserve side. I'm telling you all, those boys over there, they are very hungry and they need to get the exposure. If you go in out there, you get those boys, they are going to kill it for us. So don't tell me maybe we don't have those guys who can replace them. If these guys are not feeling well or for some reason they are not doing well.
Yeah, I agree. Some of the youngsters like Washington and Matos and even
give them the opportunity.
They can do even better than overpaid players.
Gilchrist in DC. I watched the boys. I said, who is this young guy? I was so surprised the way he comported himself at the back, the way he was distributing the balls, and I realized that he was the captain, or he's still the captain for the reserve side. Somebody like that, you are playing Sheffield United. Put him in there. Give him the exposure. You understand?
I got you. Mr. People's Republic been here for 10 minutes. What you have to say, bro?
I'm just listening to this debate here. Who's going to play? What they're not going to play. But I think the more I think about it, this Chelsea team, it lacks steel. It lacks players with power. It lacks. They are slow. Everything is slow. Everything is like. They are these players. Some of them it seems like they've always had a good life.
You're gonna get me copyrighted. You are playing some kind of music. That's how I get strikes in my shows, because somebody might be playing something illegal and then they don't even ask you anything. Boom, you got 3 strikes. Your channel is gone. Like normally when I got those strike and warning, it doesn't come from me. It comes from people. Okay, let's go, Mr. People's Republic.
First of all, Merry Christmas to everybody who's either listening or watching or what have you.
Yes,
God, best season's wishes, etc., and God bless and all that. And but here we are back at therapy, nothing new. And when the transfer window opens, I come back to something you have said yourself, Mr. Oakes, that maybe instead of going for big names, we have to go for some of the lesser known players, those ones from the championship. We need 1 or 2 of those big English players, like remember we used to have in Cahill, that kind of type there. We need 1 or 2 of those big, solid, strong players. They, maybe not the best skilled players, but when the going gets tough, they're there. When the cold night in Stoke, some of those rough original players. We can't just all have all these lightweight players where the moment we go 1-0 down, 2-0 down, we finish. That Chelsea is finished. So there's something missing in that squad there. There's no steel. There's no fighting. There's no people that with that desire to win. It's just almost like just skilled players, but they're not really hungry, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
That's how I feel anyway.
Yeah, we need dog. We need
dogs.
We need people who can bring water. People who those angry people, and they got the dirty job done.
Something like Aziz. If Aziz was a football player, I would have him as my captain, or even Mark. Something like even Mark, because these guys have passion. These guys have desire. They're killers.
Today, kids, everything is easy for them, and they travel in private jet. Back in the day, even to go to Newcastle United from London, you take a train or something. All the players get in the bus, drive for hours, get there. No private jet, no nothing. People need to understand the value of money and hard work and how he's responsible. Like people are looking after him, and he's gonna give everything. I lose. I get in my private jet. I got my bonuses. I leave. So it's different.
Let me say something too. If I realize that Chelsea agreed terms with Mohamed Kudus, and we couldn't go in for that, brother, I am so mad. You understand? Because if you have Kudus in your team, like some of these chances our players get and they miss it, this boy will just, be killing it for us. He's a complete player.
Kudus is from the street. He understands what it means to work very hard. He knows that
that guy, defensively, he's good. When it comes to the attack, he's also good. I'm not saying this because he's from Ghana and I'm from Ghana, but this guy is a complete player. If you have Kudus, trust me, most of the chances Jackson is missing, this boy will score it. And this guy can score from any angle, from any distance. And I'm so mad that they couldn't bring the guy.
Yeah.
And look at the money that they are going for.
Just because
they are going for Victor Gyökeres and Ousmane Diomande. Look at those two guys combined. They haven't even played up to 40 games in the first division league. Combined. Like, look at where this team is. This Chelsea club is going. You want to fork out millions on two people who haven't even played 50 games in first division. And then how is the problem going to be solved? So you're going to bring another kid to come there and be looking around. Oh, who is going to direct me? Diomande is going to be looking around. Who is going to direct me? Gyökeres will be looking around. It's just the same
the
thing.
Diomande guy has
you're going into. It's like a vicious cycle again and again and again and again, and it's not going to solve anything.
Yeah. So Frank, if you are watching on YouTube, I have to take you off because you're gonna get me copyrighted. I don't even know if I have already a strike. You are playing some kind of copyrighted music. It's loud and just you want my channel to die, bro. You're making me in trouble. All the music that I play here, I have to pay for them and have the copyrights, everything that I do. Anyways, yeah.
Is Diomande the player who used to play for Hull City? Because I remember there was this Diomande in either Hull City or
no, that's
one of those.
Not him. That he moved from Ivory Coast to one of the Eastern Europe or North or somewhere. I think he's close to the country where People's Republic.
So if you want to go get an attacker, then why don't you give the Ivorian boy Destro? Why don't you give him the chance?
Fofana, David Datro.
Why don't you give the boy? Because that boy came, he never got the opportunity.
No.
That's what we should know, and we just threw him out there. That's one thing I always say. Like, look at Santos. We are gradually killing the boy's dream. He was so hopeful that I'm coming to a big club like Chelsea. Then all of a sudden you threw him to Nottingham Forest. Whether he plays or not, nobody knows. But meanwhile, you could have kept him in Chelsea, give him the little time that he deserved. And even that guy doesn't have to be on the bench. I watched the boy in Philly. I watched him in DC. This boy is a beast. Why would he go to Nottingham Forest and will be sitting in the dressing room?
Why they keep Okuchukwu and send this one to the loan? I don't understand the logic of what.
It's so crazy. It's so crazy.
Who is ready to play?
Yeah,
Santos is a complete player.
They're just buying for the pleasure of buying without having any kind of.
The owners have to wake up. They really have to wake up, because if those decisions are coming from them,
Santos is there. He will play like if this time he will play better than Caicedo or better than.
I'm telling you,
he will play that boy. He's very comfortable. We see it on preseason. That boy.
I watch that boy against Brighton.
They changed him loan and
keep commanding the midfield, like he was in control of the midfield against Brighton. So why can't he play?
Even Poch say he will keep this guy. I heard the news that time. I don't know what's going. He's not controlling the team. The bosses say, okay, take this one, leave this one, do this one. Mr. Yes is going on the yes. That's his thing.
When they were bringing Caicedo, it was on this platform. I told people that, listen, Caicedo is coming to a new environment, a new, tactics and everything is new. Nobody should think that Caicedo will be the savior for whatever is going on right now. I wouldn't say he's a bad player, but trust me, probably the conditions and everything doesn't fit him. And I regretted him coming to Chelsea instead of joining Liverpool, because we wasted Liverpool time. This guy could have gone to Liverpool and make like a whole lot of things over there. You know, so sometimes, like, instead of going in for Caicedo, we could have kept that money, use Santos, no matter what. Let's build a team around Santos, because I never saw anything bad about this youngster. He was like so good. Yeah, but right now we are killing him like the way we did with Kennedy and the boy from Belgium, the young guy. What is his name? Musonda and all those young guys. We are going to kill his dream. That's my concern.
We have really to think this project we have to sit on the table. Manager, sporting directors, owners, and the representatives from the fans, buyers. Let's sit together, one table, and try.
This is what I see. I am building something. I will put my building materials at my friend's house for him to use, and meanwhile, my friend doesn't even need those building materials. And my project will get stuck because the materials that I need to use for the project is somewhere, and the person is not even using it. Doesn't even make sense. That's the logic that I see right now. We say we are rebuilding something, or we are doing something.
Let's structure the show a little bit. Let's start by Joseph. January is in few days from now. Our season is really, the first part of the season is really dead. What should Chelsea do in January? Just throw anything that you can throw there. You think that we need to buy players, or you think that we have to recall some players from loan? You think that if the coaching is a problem, what should we do in January? Joseph.
January, if they are serious, they should go for the striker, old or young, which is killing man. They should have
a striker. What is in your mind?
My mind is Victor Osimhen. I don't know these guys. I don't know.
In January is gonna be tough, but in summer you have to spend 130 million. Huh?
They must buy Mbappe, even give him the billions and keep him.
I mean, in January it's gonna be very, very difficult to get Victor Osimhen. So you think only because remember that Jackson is going to African Cup of Nations, and we have Broja who is injury prone. We don't know how he's gonna do. So do you think that Nkunku only can help us? Nkunku also is injury prone. I don't know. But
you know, like more than Jackson, I believe on Nkunku. Not only Nkunku, like setting play around Nkunku. Nkunku play as a maybe center forward or second striker. Boja in front of, or other ones behind him. They will do better. Let's be honest. We don't miss Jackson. We don't miss him. That's the honest.
We're not gonna miss 7 goals from Jackson when he goes to the African Cup of Nations. Okay.
So 3 goals come from Tottenham. 9 men.
Okay. Let's move on. Mr. Mark. What should we do in?
By the way, good night, Evan.
Okay. Have a great day, my brother. Love and peace to the family. Thank you. Bye. Mr. Joseph.
Right now, I believe we need to minimize the incoming of players. And honestly, if we should do something, we should bring all the loanees back to Cobham. Let them spend at least a week or 2 during this time. Just assess everybody and try to keep everyone there. And secondly, around Europe at this time, you can never and ever have any elite striker out there, except maybe Victor Osimhen. And let's also ask the question, is Osimhen the right person for Chelsea Football Club? Probably yes, probably no, because I've seen a lot of strikers coming from Italy with a very high expectation. And the moment they get to England, boom, that's the end. So we might probably risk by bringing Osimhen. The pressure will be too high, expectation will be too high, and he's going to end up like the likes of Morata and all those guys, Shevchenko, Higuain, Pato, or I can name them. The list is so long that I can list some of these players. So we have to be very strategic. We can't get this wrong. If we are able to bring somebody who is not that well known but has the potential and is a bit cheap, we can bring that person. Honestly, I would say we can go to North Africa or maybe South America. There are so many guys out there where we can bring and they will start kicking in.
My problem with that is like when you
don't have to go bring a young boy. You need to bring somebody who has played in the Brazilian league for years, maybe 3-4 years. They have a lot of them out there.
I'm looking for a little bit of maturity, but if you want also the people who can make an impact, even in our championship, right? You will find solid players. Very solid. They know the country, they know the weather, they know the food. They've been driving in the wrong side of the road for their entire life. They are good, you know. I mean, let's also focus a little bit in England. Find those, you know, not big name, not flashy names, but they are, you know, dogs. Solid.
Yeah, like this boy, for
kill,
instance,
you know what I mean?
Sheffield United player Archer. I watched the young boy, and for him to put up that performance against Chelsea and against Aston Villa, if you are able to bring somebody like that, he might go in for very cheap, but he has a potential. He could just kill it for us. But the point is, what are the expectations of Chelsea football fans and the club itself? Are we looking into getting a long-term, but it has to be a very consistent long-term, you know, development. We don't have to lose today, tomorrow we win. At least we should be winning. There should be a pattern that, hey, this project, we are all believing in it. I think it's very good. But we don't want a project where it will be dead on our arrival. You know, we need something that will be a consistent, you know, process. So for me, we can't get it wrong during this time. Maybe we are safe in terms of relegation, but who knows?
Yeah,
the lower teams could do better. The lower teams could do
People's
better.
Republic wanted to say something, and then
No, but I'm just saying that is a truth with a bit of modification. Chelsea, we're in the relegation battle, whether you like it or
Yeah,
not.
I know, but it will depend on
relegation.
how the lower teams are faring. If they are doing good, then we are in trouble. But if they continue to lose their game, because you know the lower teams, if you take like 5 games, they will lose 4. And
Who are these lower teams you speak of?
we have Burnley, we have who else? I think Sheffield United,
Luton.
and
Luton.
the winning rate is not like Chelsea. Let's be honest here. It will be very difficult for us to slip into the last 3, because I know Chelsea will still win some games. They're not going to lose all the time. But those guys, there is no way they can win consistently. They are going to lose.
You never know, because even Luton.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That if they are doing good,
Burnley are doing good. Sheffield United
Exactly.
under Chris Wilder are doing better. So
if they are doing better, then we are in trouble.
Let me just
That would
remind
be
you
the
the
situation.
table so far, people. The table here is Arsenal are top with 40 points. Liverpool are second with 39. Aston Villa are third with 39 points. Tottenham Hotspurs are 4th with 36 points. Manchester City are 5th with 34 points. So in our region, let me just go to the region of Chelsea.
Our region.
Yeah, our region, because we are always between 10th and 14 and 15. At some point we were even in 15th. So the people that we can fight with in our region here, Brighton, they are 9th. Chelsea are 10th. Wolves
On how many points? How many
the
points?
same point, like Chelsea 22, Wolves 22, but we have like +1 goal difference, and Wolves got like -7, and Bournemouth got the same point as us, 22 points, but they have like -8 goal difference. Fulham 21 points. Brentford, all of them are in our region because they are like 19 points, 18 points, 21 points, 22 points, 22 points. So that is our region right there. Do you really think everybody here pretty much is better than us? Let's be honest. Even if we go further than that, Crystal Palace that we're gonna play next on Wednesday, they are 18 points, right? And Everton, who are like the best team in the country right now, they have 16 points. So if they give them 10 points, they are 10 points back, and then they're gonna be way in front of Chelsea. So that's how bad we are. So it depends, man. It depends. This is the Premier. We are the worst team. I don't see anybody here that we are better than. We are just like in Moment FC, right? On our day, we can get 3 points here and there, but you don't know what you get from Chelsea.
But honestly, some of the games that we normally lose, I don't get it. We will be the best team, and at the end of the day, we lose the 3 points. There's something I really don't get. So, as I was saying, right now we need to enforce the attacking options. Like, that's where the problem comes from. Because we have players who are so
because
when they get into the box.
Our attack is killing our defense. You will
Exactly.
see people blaming Thiago Silva, he's 100 years old, blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
but
no.
before even we concede a goal, before even he made that stupid mistake, we created tons of chances. And if we scored one of them, completely different.
The best way to defend is to attack.
Yeah.
If you attacking option is on top of their game and they are giving the opposing side the pressure, your defenders are going to relax. They don't have to struggle. But if your attackers keep losing the ball unnecessarily, and there will be counter-attack and all those things, come on. There are so many chances my granddad or my grandmom could have slotted in. And these our attackers were so alike. And the funny part of it is some of them will still be laughing when they misses that chance. You are not showing any seriousness. If I was a coach and I see you smiling after missing a very huge chance,
you're gonna take them off. Just like Mourinho, take him off immediately.
I will take you off because this is not a laughing issue. And Sterling is one of them. I like Sterling very well. I've defended him here. If you miss a chance in Chelsea, you don't have to be laughing. This is not a laughing matter. We mean business when we're out there, and there is no captain for him to shout on the guy. What he did yesterday, up to now, I still don't know the logic behind what Sterling was trying to do. You are an experienced player. Don't try to be the hero of the day. You have two players on your right side. Just give the ball to them. Let them slot it in. That's why it is called a team.
Yeah, Sterling is Sterling. Even if he has 10 defenders in front of him, right? 20 legs. Raheem Sterling is going to try to put the ball between their legs. I don't know what technique.
And he was really doing good.
He always try to kick the ball to their legs. I don't know if it's going to bounce back to him or Santa Cruz.
Honestly, his input was okay.
I don't know.
His input was okay, but the execution was more problem. It's like programming. You can write nonsense code. At the end of the day, it's the execution. You can do whatever it takes to get into the box, but if you're unable to bring a nice output, then what is the sense in whatever you've done already? He was outrunning the defenders, doing all kinds of things. But when you get to the box, you need to do something. And about this team, there is something you guys are not paying attention. None of the players is a good shooter. Unlike back in the days where Asian can shoot from outside the box, Lampard can shoot outside from the box, Mikel, name them, Balak, even Alex. If you guys remember Alex scored one banger from a free kick.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But I think Conor Gallagher is a very good shooter.
No, he's strike, but he's not that strong. Just pay attention.
The other day he hit the post. I mean, he hit the bar. This season he been very unlucky. Cole Palmer is scoring a lot of penalties, but when it comes to shooting, he's always
shooting
to the moon.
Lampard will stay in between the center line and outside the 18 of the opponent, and bam, it will be inside the ball.
That comes with practice, because if you listen to his uncle Redknapp, Henry Redknapp, he will tell you how Frank Lampard will stay for hours and hours, Just shooting.
That's the
shooting and shooting from different angles. Shooting. But now it's like you have 2 hours training, and then you can't wait to get home and go play video games with
video game. Exactly.
Online. That's it. Like they don't practice. Like personal work is so important in
even Cristiano Ronaldo.
In top level football or basketball. If you look at even a Kobe documentary, Jordan, like in the middle of the night, the guy is just practicing. Just
let me tell you something. People don't know how Asian was so physical, and the guy was strong. He used to play in a team called Liberty Professional in Accra. Whoever knows this place will testify to it. And these boys, they wake up early in the morning, like 3 a.m. And there is a place called McCarthy Hills. Bro, if you go there for jogging, you'll be throwing up. These guys will be spending hours on top of the hill. They will go up and down. After they do that, for maybe 2-3 hours, they will come back to the training field and they will start doing their normal physical. So just imagine if some player like that come to the field, very small, there is no hills, nothing like that. He's going to work like a machine. You understand? So these boys, like sometimes they have to take seriousness with their physical abilities, because if you are playing in the Premier League, that's one problem Enzo is facing, but you people have not paid attention. Enzo is a good player. If only he was playing in Barcelona or Real Madrid, where you don't face a lot of physicality. But when it comes to the Premier League, see the number of time people are bullying Enzo. See the number of time he gets the ball. He tries to elaborate in the middle and he will get disposed of the ball. It's not like he's not a good player, but when you are playing in the English Premiership, you have to think about the physical aspect. You have to be strong, both mentally and physically. So these boys have to do a lot. They've shown a lot of weakness when it comes to the physical aspects of the game. It's only Gallagher who will be running up and down, and yet nobody will appreciate the guy. Look at our players, and maybe Cowell sometimes showed that physicality. The likes of Disasi, sometimes they will be shoving them around, and all those guys, they need to do their physical.
This team really need, like I said, we need to sit down. The first part of the season is over. The owners, the sporting directors, and they have a committee of fans. They sit together and try to figure out really what we should go from here and what we should be doing. We have to pay attention on our recruitment, mixed up, physicality, techniques, age, everything count, experience, and then try to figure out something to do in January instead of, okay, we're gonna go again January and spend 1 more billion and bring everybody, and then they don't even have a place in the kitchen or in the in where to eat, and then it's gonna just get worse. Somebody wanted Mr. People's Republic.
Yeah, but so you guys basically agree with what I was saying, that our players, they're all small, they're all Feinschmecker, they say in German, Feinschmecker, the Jacksons, the Cole Palmers, the Sturm, they're all fantastic players, don't misunderstand me. But when push comes to shove, when you play a Newcastle, when you play a Luton, or whatever, these teams which come with those big, strong they just get bullied off the ball. And 1 or 2 tackles, and these guys lose. The only one, as our friend Mark was saying, that has any kind of stomach, any kind of cojones, any kind of dog in him, that's Gallagher. And Colwell, we could even say that. But the rest is like, they are... How can you put it? It's like if you're on a bicycle.
So fragile.
Fragile, yeah. If you're on a bicycle and you're riding and you have your wind in your back, then you cycle fantastic. But the moment you have the wind in your front, you jump off the bicycle, you start walking. So it's too hard to cycle, So we have these players which are just used to having the wind in the back. But the moment the wind direction changes, they disappear. And this is.
I think I have the impression we're gonna blame everything. It's it's the diet, it's driving the wrong side of the road, it's the food, it's the weather. Come on, people! At some point, you don't need to be Big Show to score a freaking one-on-one. You know, you don't need to be the great Kali to square the ball to somebody like Jackson to be one-on-one with the goalkeepers. What are we talking about here? I understand.
That's what somebody was making something about leadership in the team. That's when you need leadership in all areas, because right now we don't have our captain. Gallagher is the only captain. So if I was Gallagher, although you might be young, shout on Raheem Sterling. He's your senior player from the national team. Yell at him. Don't do that. You need to be talking as a captain. You don't just think like, hey, if they give you the armband, you have that authority. You are the coach right now on the field.
Yeah, you need more leaders than more bodybuilders. I understand why we are being pushed around, and some of the players are not really physical. People like Cole Palmer.
If you look at JT, that guy, they said after a game that we lose, he can take certain decisions by himself, not even the coach. And if you are a player, you mess up, the way JT will yell at you. It's not he has any beef with you or something.
We are talking about all this today because we don't score goals. If we scored few goals, no matter how against the Big Show or against all this discussion were not.
We need leaders. Trust me.
So like we have the creation and the chance that we are creating, and missing those chances have nothing to do with you not having muscles on pushing people around. Yes, I understand physicality is important, but we still bully people in terms of possession and in terms of creating chances. It's not like if they pushed us around, that's why we missed the chance. It's just that we can't shoot. We have zero IQ. So right now I would take people with more IQ who will square, bend the ball, top corner, and win me games than people who were just beating people and breaking people's legs on the pitch. That's what we're talking about here. Football is about scoring goals. But physicality, very important, but we are not bullied now in terms of physicality. One, here and there they can bully us, but at the end of the day, we keep on creating chances, we keep on dribbling them, we keep on having one-on-ones, we just can't score.
You guys, so I was
talking about that. You know, it doesn't take.
Okay,
go ahead,
my brother. Henry, go ahead. You haven't talked for like 30 minutes.
Henry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say in January.
Yeah.
There's one person that I want to bring, and that's it. His name is Mehdi Taremi. He plays for Porto. He's been very consistent for the past 5 seasons. You go and check his profile. Mehdi Taremi.
What position?
He's 30 years old.
What's position?
He's a number 9. He's number 9. Pure striker, killer. Yes, go and check him.
Is Porto willing to give it to us?
His release clause is like 35 million euros, and his release clause is like 35 million euros. He's 30.
30 years
He's
old.
30.
Yeah, that is a very good age. That is very.
That's who I'm going. Because I don't think we're going to get Osimhen in January. It won't happen. It won't happen in January.
But we're going to pay a lot. But because
that's the only person that I'm going to bring. And the midfield, I'm going to leave it like that. I'll bring Santos or Casadei and put them back in that midfield. That defense is solid as it is.
I think so. I think we don't need.
The defense is solid as it is.
I don't think we need anybody in the defense. Chalobah, you can say whatever you want. The guy is still consistent in his own way. He's still solid. Every time we needed him, he played as a fullback, as a centre back. He's not a bling. He's not gonna get the flowers or headlines, but he can still be solid. He's gonna give everything until the end of the season when you sell him. I think the defense still good, and we still have some youngsters from the academy. They were here in America on pre-season. They did very good. Gilchrist, Alfie did pretty good. The defense, I think we good. but attack is where the problem is. And if I don't mind really like a stopgap when it comes to, instead of like.
Where is that young boy?
Let me finish. I will forget. What I wanted to say. It's like somebody temporarily that can help us when Jackson is gone and when Broja is injured or not scoring. I'm not gonna be opposed to bringing somebody who is old enough, who is ready to help us with few goals while we are waiting for a proper number 9 in summer. And there is a guy also in Germany. I know. We are not lucky with strikers from that part of the world, but Girassi.
Oh, okay, the Guinean guy.
The Guinean guy. Oh, yeah, he's going to African Cup of Nations, right? Guinea. I don't know if Guinea are qualified too. I don't know. But
if you go for Girassi, then go for Boniface from Nigeria.
No, my point. Let me finish my point. My point is like temporarily players, because he's 27 years old. He's scoring for fun. He's tall, imposing, a bully in the box, and his release clause is 17 million.
Yes.
So 17
exactly.
million, even if he flops for 6 months, the fact that you played for Chelsea Football Club, we can still sell you in summer and get profit out of you.
That's not a bad
I'm not
business.
saying, because I don't think Alonso is going to allow Boniface to come in January. All the big clubs, they want to, they want to keep their best players until summer. So I'm talking about temporary solution that won't cost us billions. A temporarily that could turn to be a very, very good signing. So Girassi, that's it.
That wouldn't be a bad idea, but on the other hand, the question is, are the owners looking for something like that? Because you don't forget, they also want to make money. So if they are bringing in somebody, they want to bring in somebody in the future. They can put a very high price tag on them and resell them. So I guess he could have come in and try his luck, but I don't think that's what the owners are looking for.
Girassi is reminding me of Demba Ba at Chelsea. When he was at Newcastle United, he wasn't like a bling. He wasn't scoring like 20 goals or something, but somebody solid, somebody who is bullying people. You look at him, how tall, how imposing he's in the box. You are afraid. And he scored very important goals in very important time of the season. So people like that, that's what I'm talking about here.
We have one boy that we loan out. He scored our game against, I think, Newcastle or Dortmund. This young guy, what's his name?
His name is Mason Bosco. Mason Bosco, he plays for Sunderland.
Exactly.
He's on loan. He's on loan in Sunderland. Yeah.
Why don't you bring him?
He's going to be on loan. The problem is we don't trust youngsters. We are talking now about how to finish this season in acceptable ways. That is the question now.
Right now, honestly, if we don't bring anybody,
if you bring those youngsters, they're not gonna even have playing time. So we're talking about somebody who is ready, who is mature, physically, mentally, who've been there and done it. Because I don't think Pochettino thinks that all the youngsters are a big risk. That is in his mind. I don't think so. I think the youngsters can bail you out sometimes. But it looks like his own philosophy is, they're still young. Every press conference, don't forget that we have young players, he's young. All he talks is about young. Bloody hell! Listen, you are good enough, you are freaking good enough, you are old enough to play football. I don't understand why all this manager, like, you trust them, you give them, you give them your support 100%. They come and they start doing stupid things, saying stupid things in press conferences and all that. So I don't get it. Everything he repeats in his press conference is young. Do you think if you bring a young player from from a loan, that through Fofana or Basto or Casade, you think he's going to complain about being young again without even giving them 90 minutes in a freaking pitch?
It's an excuse for the lack of man management. But going back to Mark's original point about the captain. Now, I don't know if you agree with me, but in any club, the people who set the standards, the people who set the trend, one is obviously the manager. Manager puts the tactics, the way they're going to play, and picks the team and all that. And number two is the captain. The captain is his responsibility to motivate the players, to discipline the players, and to make sure they actually play. They actually, as a team, as a unit, both on and off the field. But in Chelsea, we have a captain who, moment his nail polish and his fingernail is just off color. He's off for 6 months. Completely useless, undisciplined. He's always getting yellow cards nowadays. If you notice, getting sent off, completely out of character. He's setting that trend. If you notice how Chelsea is playing now, completely undisciplined, all these yellow cards, and this is the standard is set by the captain, who was on ridiculous wages. This which game, James Reese there, and then his vice captain. He's also a little bit out of control with Conor Gallagher, who's maybe, I don't know, it's maybe a bit too much for him because he's got to do everything. It's almost like he's the labourer of that team. There, without him, they all look at him. Let Gallagher. He will do all the crap work, and nobody else sort of helps him. So that there again, that's an issue which has to be addressed. I think appointing Reece James as a captain when he never plays is a ridiculous mistake. You have to put somebody long. I just thought that Silva was the best captain, more stable. At least he plays, but now obviously his legs are going. The mistakes are coming in. So finding the captain, the leader, the one who's going to set the trend, the one who's going to be that dog, is a big importance, especially now that we're fighting relegation.
Yeah, good point. But also don't forget that yellow card this season, the rules changed. Like we have more yellow card and red card than the 2 previous seasons combined in only half the season. That's how bad it is. Right now, it's just like everything is a yellow card. It's just like intimidation tactics. They are killing even the game at the moment. Some of the yellow cards are just like really, because apparently the referees need to protect themselves. And I also understand that just because you have a red card or you have a couple yellow card doesn't mean necessarily that you are not disciplined and you set up a standard. I've seen John Terry getting a red card just for pushing a player, like touching him in the box, and then red card. I've seen him getting the red card because he is a fall through, like he make a tackle and then take even the player with him and the ball and get a red card. So red card can happen. It's not like something continuity been having it like Balotelli getting red card after red card.
But hang on, John Terry never got a yellow card or red card for fighting or for grabbing something on the neck or something, like we've seen with Reece James here, where something's wrong with him.
He didn't grab anybody on the box. He made a foul, but a technical foul, which was important, but he forgot that he already got another yellow card before. Those kind of stuff can happen on the snap. And he's still young, 23 years old, and John Terry back then. And like I said, now they are war against the players. It's like the referee, you need to make yourself respected on the pitch. You have to send a clear message to them. You have to intimidate them. So some of the yellow cards are just given. Look at even the red card that
Nottingham Forest yesterday.
Whatever Malo Gusto got. He got the ball very, very clean, but the fact that he fought through, they gave it a red, and you will see some other games that is not even a red card in the same kind of action, not even a yellow. So we have a lot of issues here that we have to talk about. Not necessarily that you are not good enough just because you had, you argue. That's how you learn, okay? Yeah, that's how you learn. But I think the FA and the Premier League also are exaggerating with their yellow card. Everybody can get a red card. Alexis Sanchez, look how he made it big in the semi-final of the Champions League, the year that we won the Champions League. John Terry just pushed him and just a little knee, just a little push and shovel the way it is in the box. He fall on the floor, but because it's Barcelona, he made it look like somebody just shot him, like I don't know, a sniper from the White House just took him down or something. He wasn't even anything. It's just like a touch. It's just like confronting. I don't know. And he got the red card. So some of the red card, it has nothing to do with the discipline. It has something to do with the moment you act. So
let me say something. We all know the corrupt referee association are always at their best to rip off some of the teams out there because they have their own agendas as coming into a game. But what even helped them a lot is the VAR. Honestly, sometimes I get so mad for us to pause the game and review the VAR. Sometimes you look at certain decisions that was given to a certain team and it goes against another team. It's so ridiculous. It's like it's not helping anyone. So obviously we need to go back to the days where there will be no interruption. Let them play. And if there should be any meaningful decision, it has to be very clear, because sometimes you will score a goal and they are trying to find a fault to rule it offside. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that is about it. So we have Skylar from Manchester United. Brother, Merry Christmas if you celebrate, or holiday, happy holidays.
Our flopping mate.
our grieving friend. Yeah, he's come also for therapy here. Welcome. Join the club.
Our flopping mates. We are in the same mess together.
They are doing better. They are like
same WhatsApp group. He's in the same WhatsApp group as us, so it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, look, Merry Christmas to all. We do celebrate it here. But if Premier League, did some kind of awards for the Clown Club of the Week, United and Chelsea would have won the most of them. Yeah. Because it's like alternatives. One week Chelsea are bad, the same week United are good, and vice versa. But this week, both of us were really awful. Obviously, yesterday I watched all of your game because it was the only game available.
Only game on TV,
yeah, so everyone was probably watching it, and I felt like Chelsea have all the right ingredients. I think at least 80% of it. I mean, if you look at your players, I wouldn't say that. I think 80% of them are decent enough. The 20% of them probably should not be at the club. But yesterday's defeat, I wouldn't blame it on Pochettino. I was seeing Pochettino, get him out. It's not his fault if Sterling can't square the ball. It's not his fault that Nicholas Jackson can't hit the ball first time and decides to take a touch from the outside of the boot and it rolls under down. So yesterday I wouldn't blame the manager, but I think Sterling, this guy, he started well the season. I remember he was decent against West Ham. Then again he disappears for 3 games. So that's Raheem Sterling's whole career. If you don't put him under the Pep system, he shows what he is. So but you guys, when I look at your players and when I look at United players, I would take at least 4 or 5 Chelsea players in my team, and I will ship about 10 players to the other side, because we are not good. I mean, you said that we are doing well, but we are not. We are scraping results against relegation teams at home, not even away, at home. Forget our away form. We are awful away from home. We are not even good as Wolves. I mean, Wolves should have won the first game. They absolutely dominated us, and this is a Wolves team that beat Chelsea. So we are not good team, man. United are very awful. Awful is also a very light word. I mean, who will lose? If we lost to Bournemouth 3-0, that just shows how bad Chelsea are. I mean, you couldn't even beat us. So it's very difficult to compare and contrast United and Chelsea because we both are in the same boat.
Yes, so you have some kind of good news because Sir Jim, I don't know if that is even a good news because
that's not really a good news.
The Saudis or Abu Dhabi or Qatar people were going to be better. But do you have any kind of hope with Sir Jim,
No.
Jim Ratcliffe?
Absolutely not. I think this guy is a big fraud. I think the reason he wants to buy United or he has spent 700 million is because he wants to add the club to his portfolio. That's it. I mean, his niece team is doing very bad, right? He tried to buy Chelsea, but he didn't have the money. He wasn't willing to clear the debts which Roman left. So obviously he can't clear the debt which United have, which is around 600 million. So he decides to spend that money to buy 25% of the club. All right, he's getting some voting shares about the running of the club. But again, Jim Ratcliffe has absolutely no background in football apart from managing Nice and some dead teams. He's not really.
Lausanne in Swiss.
Yeah, so he's not. I mean,
Skylar, where is Casemiro?
Yeah, Casemiro should be back. I think the beginning of January. Same goes for Martinez. Again, this is what our manager is saying. Once we have Casemiro back and Martinez back, we are going to be a good team. And he includes Mason Mount, who he doesn't even play after getting robbed for 55 million for Chelsea. He doesn't even play Mount. So I don't know what he's mentioning, like when Mount will be back, because now his newfound love is with McTominay, because he's apparently McTominay is our top scorer with 4 or 5 goals, because his 72 million pound striker in Rasmus Højlund hasn't scored a Premier League goal in 13 games. So I think the manager's days are numbered. I think he'll get the season, but I don't know if you heard this rumor, like this guy Jim Ratcliffe, he was very annoyed with United buying Casemiro and all these Varane for 60-70 million because they were like 30 years old. So he doesn't want those kind of signings. He doesn't want the experienced one. He wants to probably go down the bit youngster route and not overpay for players. So he's not really fancying Ten Hag signings. So maybe he could be on the chopping block. But yeah, man, I think you don't even have to wait for Ten Hag to go out. He's going to do it himself.
What's going on with Rashford and what the hell is going on with Martial?
Yeah, but that's what Rashford does. I mean, he has a bad season, then contract is coming to an end, 1 year left, and he decides to play well, scores 30 goals and gets his 350k, and now he's back to his default. Now he's changing his hair color more than producing more performances. So that's United in a nutshell, man. People really don't care for this club. I mean, Rashford, he should be the one who should be the top of the list for people who should be, taking the club from the front. But I mean, that's what United are. These are brands. I told you about Mason Mount. The minute this guy signed for us, after 2 weeks later, he was doing ad for Rolex because United have a contract with Rolex, and they decided to put the guy who's wearing number 7 on front of that particular brand. So this is what United are. So we are not really a club which is focused on football. I mean, you look at what Real Madrid are doing despite all their injuries. They have topped the Champions League group, and this guy Carlo Ancelotti is already under pressure to win a trophy, because you know what happens at that club. If you don't win a trophy, you're going to get sacked. But at United, you can win a League Cup, get thrashed 7-0, and you are going to keep your job. So yeah, man.
But Skylar, how can your friend Eric Seven Hag choose to play both Bruno and McTominay in midfield, both attacking midfielders, and not understand that this is why United gets overrun in midfield, because you've got two attacking midfielders who don't track back, and which leaves your defense exposed. Surely even Eric Seven Hag can see that. That's very.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem. He only sees when it's convenient, when he plays the top 6 side. If you looked at what he did against Liverpool, when we got that 0-0 draw, he played a midfield of Kobe Mainoo, Amrabat and Scott McTominay. So we have those 2 defensive midfielders, and you can classify McTominay as a 10, even though we don't know what exactly his position is. But then against West Ham, he thinks that Bruno, McTominay and this guy Kobe Mainoo are better than Kudus, Souček and Ward-Prowse, which is not the case. So that's the problem. I mean, when you keep changing your midfield, that's the heart of any team, right? If you keep changing your midfield, it's going to be effectful. United are the top most team to use most number of centre-back combination. Okay, you can give that to injuries. We had some guy I didn't even know that he's an academy player. If you saw a lineup, that young centre back, Kandwala, I didn't even know that guy played for. I mean, he was the academy product. I've never heard of his name. So
I never either. I was like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
I was like, who is this guy? He was
an 18-year-old. So
but hang on. When United had the most success is actually when you brought players in from your academy. When you build from your base, you're not buying all these.
No, but the academy is not your base. We bought, when you are mentioning about the class of '92, that team already had Roy Keane, Gary Pallister, Dennis Irwin, players like that. Brian Robson was coming to an end. So we already had 6 or 7 players, Gary Pallister, Steve Bruce, all those guys. Those guys were experienced. They had 7-8 seasons under the belt. So you could afford 7 youngsters, Beckham, Neville, Giggs and all these lot. So right now we are doing the reverse of it. We have less experienced players like Casemiro and Varane and more youngsters, which is not ideal. I mean, that's what you guys are doing as well. You guys have so many players less than... I mean, I was listening to the commentary and they mentioned if you take out... Even if you put Thiago Silva in your team, Chelsea still have the youngest squad in the league.
Yeah.
So who's guiding who? I mean, Ugochukwu, I saw that guy is a decent player. He's looking at... Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer is looking at Conor Gallagher, and you don't have any experience at that midfield. I mean, you cannot look at Raheem Sterling after what he did. So,
no
who is your experienced midfielder? I mean, even if you play Caicedo and Enzo, okay, those guys are like good players, but again, relatively inexperienced, especially at the level of Chelsea.
Yeah.
Then you got Broja and Nicholas Jackson who are looking at each other. They haven't scored more than they are not really experienced. So you guys need to get some people who know what they're doing. You need to get more players in the bracket of 25 to 30-year-old.
Yeah.
I think that's what.
And we refuse. The worst thing is we refuse to get James Maddison because he was 26 years old, which is really crazy. How can you? We have to mix up. We have really to mix up because with this team we are not going anywhere.
And your captain isn't your captain Reece James, who was like 24 as well. So
yeah, he just said 24.
Yeah.
So
hospital patient.
Listen, I'm gonna give you one more thing to say because I have to drive and go to a party where my Blue Army are. And then drive all the drunk people home because I'm the only guy who don't drink. So I'm going to be sober to bring people home. And then probably I'm going to have another show at home tonight when everybody is sleeping or whatever because it's holiday. I'm off for the entire week. So I'll be here tonight at some point. So I am going, if anything to add, Mr. Skylar, what do you think about the Boxing Day? Any prediction for Manchester United?
I don't even know who we are playing. I think we are playing
Aston Villa at home. Playing Aston Villa.
Aston
Villa, yes.
Wow. Good evening.
Yeah, and I think we are playing at home as well.
Yeah, at home. Yeah, I think Manchester United are gonna win this game.
And if you you have to keep in mind who the manager is.
No, the problem is you have like some kind of ownership bounce. People are gonna be on it. It's Christmas. Everybody come with their family over there. The atmosphere is gonna be like hell for Aston Villa. Aston Villa didn't win their last game. Remember that. They drew the last game. I don't know against Sheffield United.
Lucky draw.
Yeah, but they are coming off a 14-game home, winning streak. I think they have only lost 2 games this season, and we lost our last home game to Bournemouth. And don't forget, Unai Emery beat us in the Cup final, Europa League. This guy always has a number on us. He was the first Arsenal manager to beat us at the Emirates Stadium, after Lingard did his moonwalk or whatever. Yeah, if you remember that. So Emery and United, we have a very bad memories with that guy. And if you see how good Aston Villa are playing, just look at that midfield, man. With Douglas Luiz, McGinn, and this guy. Who they like Kamara and all those guys, and Ollie Watkins. He's probably the informed striker at the moment in the Premier League.
Yeah, Leon Bailey is coming.
Yeah, Liam Bailey, and who is that other guy on that wing? They bought him. Who's that winger? Like very quick winger
and stuff. Yeah.
No, not Buendia. The other guy. They paid good money. I can't remember his name. They paid very good money for him.
Diaby. It's not Diaby.
Yeah, Diaby. Exactly, Diaby. If you, I mean, yeah. So,
but the way you guys United play and the way Aston Villa plays, Aston Villa is a counter-attacking machine. You guys, you attack as you normally do, and you don't backtrack. Those guys are going to expose you. I say 3-1 Aston Villa.
I don't think United are going to lose that game. Call me crazy if you want, but 2-1 to United tomorrow.
People might think Aston Villa and Man U, there is a tradition, and no matter what the form or players who are playing from both sides, I believe Man U will win the game. The way they did with Chelsea, they can win the game tomorrow, no matter what.
Those
there are certain teams, there are certain teams, they are very good, but when they meet certain teams, they struggle. Then there is a tradition out there. And
I mean, historically, if you look at
Aston Villa,
after West Ham, we have beaten West Ham the most times in the league, and after that, it's Aston Villa. Yeah, but I don't think
it's like Man U playing Chelsea.
2-1 for me. 2-1 Manchester United tomorrow for me. Yeah.
Their worst result.
You heard here first. You heard here first.
It's going to be a tie.
Who are you guys playing?
We're playing on Wednesday against the Crystal Palace, the London derby.
Crystal Palace.
And we don't have we have like 11 players will be missing. I don't want to even think about that, bro. I don't want.
Is it at the bridge?
But maybe it will be a blessing in disguise.
Bridge is a boogie ground for us. Don't worry about it. Everybody come to the bridge and beat us.
Right now there is no bridge.
Nottingham Forest, Brighton, everybody. You come to the bridge, you get a result.
We no longer have a bridge. They dismantle the bridge right now. Everybody is moving in and out like that. So against Crystal Palace, let's not forget that they've been a thorn in our flesh for a very long time. Even when we have the men to do the job, they still give us hard time. And let's not forget that they have
I don't want to even talk about that. Don't make me even.
Look at Olise. Look at this
You're
big
making
guy.
me scared now. Let me
Olise and all this guy. The other guy. The other Nigerian boy with the dreadlocks.
From what?
Eze.
Yeah.
Look at Eze.
They have Michael.
Look
Olise,
at Ayu.
Olise, who is
Ayu.
Yeah.
And Matata or whatever
Mateta,
that guy's name is. Matata.
Jean-Philippe Mateta. He's a French guy. I know all the French guys.
They also have your
Edouard, all of them. Listen, Gueye coming for his revenge. Brother, listen, let's not talk about Chelsea now. Okay?
Let's forget about
us. Forget it. We don't exist.
No, but
we don't exist.
Trust me, that's when Chelsea is Chelsea. When you think Chelsea is going to lose certain games, that's when they will prove you wrong. So
Skylar, last question, with Skylar. So if we let's just say we say that United, like Chelsea, is a wounded animal. Who in the United team are your dogs? Who are those dogs? The ones which
McTominay, listen. I'm not talking about him scoring goals, but the dogs that will fight on the pitch, bring a lot of energy. McTominay is there.
Yeah.
You know, that's why my manager loves him, because he can fight, he's physical, he's such and such. But Bruno is a dog, but sometimes in a bad way, because he's
all the time.
You know, he's salty, he's throwing his hand down and getting on people. I don't know. But Skylar,
he's not a captain. He's not a captain. Bruno is not a captain. I'm sorry to say that, but he's a very, very bad leader for that team there. He's probably the part of the problem with that United team.
Is that it? Harry Maguire is going to be there. He's back from injury. Skylar, can you tell us?
No, I don't think so. I think he'll be back in New Year only. I think he picked up some hip twitch or something.
Who would have thought that we would be missing Harry Maguire?
Exactly.
That's the thing I used to say. You know, if Harry Maguire is the answer, what is the question? I mean, if McTominay is the answer, what is the question?
Not a bad player.
United, like mid-table United. So if you ask about the dogs, I mean, if Bruno and McTominay are the dogs, they need to be chained up and never let them out. Because you can't count these guys. So
fucking crazy comments.
Yeah. I mean, look, if you ask who I would like, I will say like Casemiro and Martinez. You know, these guys, they actually care about the club. whenever they have performed well, United have done well. I mean,
Will Onana be there next season?
Yeah, he'll be there. We paid 45 million for him. Also, he's a goalkeeper. You cannot replace a goalkeeper like how Chelsea do. You bought 75 million Kepa, then you replaced him with who was that?
Just imagine our situation with
Onana. Robert Sanchez.
Yeah, no, before Robert Sanchez. Who was before Robert Sanchez?
Oh, Edouard Mendy.
Mendy. Yeah, Mendy. Yeah, you guys change your your strikers and goalkeepers,
you know something?
Yeah.
We were linked with Onana. Just imagine our situation with Onana.
It was going to be worse.
Onana and Chelsea. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Mercy.
But we were linked also. But we were linked to Harry Maguire. We should have taken him at the time when we had the chance. Everybody said, no, Harry Maguire is a laughing stock. Everybody makes memes about him. He's useless. But he has turned his life around. He's
not really. That's another myth that Harry Maguire has turned his life around. He was decent against Brentford, against Sheffield relegation team. Then he held 3 goals against Newcastle. He got completely whooped against Man City. So against the big teams, Maguire disappears like he always does. So that's why he's a mid-table centre back. He'll do well for clubs like Wolves and all those.
He might do good.
Where you have to play three centre backs and 2 DMs. So he'll be doing good for those clubs.
We Chelsea fans, we know too much about Man United. Why is this? They always beat us, so we should know nothing.
Because I have to watch every single game for what I do. I have to make videos and all that. But Manchester United we grew up with Manchester United, right? From the academy to the first team. Pretty much those dominant teams that, dominate football, the world of football usually. You know them. You see them in the Champions League. You see them in the Premier League, FA Cup and all that. So, yeah, I mean, Mr. Blue Ice, always late because he was having his breakfast of champions and then jump to the Christmas party and all that. So I understand.
Of course.
Merry Christmas to you and your family, bro. What's going on?
Absolutely. Merry Christmas to everyone out there. Merry Christmas to you and yours. Hoping that you are enjoying in holy water and breaking bread with loved ones.
I have my tap water here.
Wow. No, you have to partake in holy water with loved ones. Break bread. Break cola with loved ones. And
Merry Christmas to you, and what a fantastic voice you have.
Hey, People's Republic. People's Republic, Merry Christmas to you and your people, my brother. All those
voice, wow.
Man, my brother.
All right, man. So you were always late. So we have another show tonight, but you're gonna have a little bit of time to empty your pocket.
Okay, no
Get
problem.
on some people before we leave. Get on some people. Tell us what's going on with your team.
No
Chelsea.
problem.
Where even to start?
It's a
It's a tough one.
Exactly. It's a complete mess. It's a complete mess. I don't even know where to start on this debate, to be honest with you. But
the owner,
no, personally, I'm
director,
No. I'm going after the players.
Okay.
I'm player centric. I'm very player centric with this debate.
Okay.
I'm very player centric because I have come to terms with the fact that you see this boy you put up on your screen right now, Mario Lemina.
Yes.
We have to do whatever it takes to bring him to Stamford Bridge.
Okay.
I just want to start with that comment. That's the kind of material we need. That's a midfielder. He's not glamorous. He's not glorious.
He's just like John Obi Mikel, get the job done, right?
But he's not. You see what he did yesterday? He took the game by the scruff of the neck, and he won it for them.
Yeah, but for us, if our 120 million or 200 million player doesn't perform, it's Gallagher to blame. It's Thiago Silva to blame. It's the Pope and Donald Trump to blame. But that's why you pay money. You pay the money for your big players to create the difference when you are struggling. Not the other way around. When they flop, we have to blame somebody else. When we win, it's masterclass. And I don't get it. And you just say Lemina guy, he took the game to the next level. He's like, you know what? I'm going to win this for you.
Absolutely. That's what I saw in his performance. There's nothing glorious about his game. I don't even think he's techie.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I don't think the guy is techie, but you see this guy, he's a winner.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a one-off game. Maybe it's because it was yesterday. But I've watched a few of this guy's game.
Yeah.
These are the kind
it
of
was like his girlfriend
he's a
watching
madman
in the stand. That's why he was.
This guy you know who he reminds me of? This kid that won the World Cup with Enzo and Messi.
De Paul? Who?
Yes, Rodrigo De Paul.
Yeah.
He reminds me of Rodrigo De Paul. But let's get back to Chelsea.
Yes.
I need to make honorable mention to Christopher Nkunku.
Oh yeah.
Listen,
he deserves his flowers, right?
Not only is he a player, he's a leader.
Yeah.
He's a leader. He's a quiet leader. Like that guy, if you ask me, get rid of everybody in that attack and keep him. Only him. Maybe Carney. Maybe I want to see Carney again. If you ask me, the rest of the guys are coming off the bench. Sterling.
What about your boy? You, the guy who sold me, Raheem Sterling. I'm gonna blame you all the time. You told me he.
Let me finish now. Let me just finish. Let me finish. I said, if you ask me right now,
yeah,
Nkunku is the only guy that makes the cut for me. And
Palmer,
maybe
Palmer.
No, can I just make a statement, please? Nkunku and maybe Carney. Because Carney, I need to see more of him. Carney has given me signs. And Carney has stature. One thing I like about Carney, he doesn't play small. We need size in that team, and we don't have it. So why I like Carney is Carney will square you up. He will look at you face to face and play ball. You understand? So I want to see him again. I don't know if that was a one-off, but I still want to see a few games from Carney. Nkunku. You see that performance yesterday, not because of the goal. It's because of the character he applied in the game. He came in and he took over the game. That goal, if you give, what's his name?
Jackson.
10 chances.
Jackson was not even going to touch it.
You see that
he doesn't even jump. He doesn't even jump.
Oggs, that goal was intentional. It wasn't by luck. He picked the spot and he put it there. He's like, go get it, keeper, go get it. So listen, honorable mention to Christopher Nkunku. More may it continue. I'm not sure if he should be starting yet. I don't know if that's too much of a desperate call, but he's definitely our best player for me.
Yeah.
He's definitely our best player. Cole Palmer, he's a bench player.
Bench player. Okay.
Oh, come on.
You've been drinking too much egg nugget.
Come on. Cole Palmer is an impact. No, listen, he's a high ceiling, fantastic player, but he's more of an impact player. That's why I say bench player. Bench player is not a condemnation. It's just readjustments.
Yeah.
He's an impact player. He can come in and change a game. But to maintain momentum, he becomes predictable. And every coach wants that because the ball is always going to come to Cole Palmer. And he always operates only on that left wing. It's only when you give him that his left wing, he gets comfortable.
Right wing, you mean?
Oh, whichever one. I know he's one wing centric. That's all I know.
But he's the only player with a high IQ in that team that he knows exactly.
But unfortunately, my brother, People's Republic, you're spot on. But unfortunately, this is the EPL. The more IQ you have, the more pace you have to back it up. You see Declan Rice. It's not like Declan Rice is fast, but Declan Rice knows when to apply pace.
The problem is probably with Cole Palmer is the players around him are slow. Slow mentality, slow Jackson. By the time he actually gets in position, that he's either tired from all the running he's been doing, and he doesn't have surplus energy. So Cole Palmer doesn't actually have anybody to play the ball to. Maybe sometimes he's lucky Sterling's available.
No. I've looked at no. People's Republic. Your sport. I know what you're saying. Cole Palmer is probably the player with the highest IQ in our attack right now, but Cole Palmer has zero pace. It's terrible.
That's true. I'll give you that. No shot. He doesn't have a good
terrible. But it's terrible. And the reason why the first 3 games we all got hyped, what we got sold on the Kool-Aid, was because nobody had figured him out yet. And you know the EPL is cruel. The EPL, they just they need to watch you for 1 month. And if you look at it now, he's not really a standout. If you look at it now, Sorry?
3 games and they figured you out in EPL. 3 games and they know how to stop you.
Exactly.
That is
exactly.
true.
There you go. There you go.
But I just think Cole Palmer, Mudryk, Sterling, that kind of combination, fast players, quick thinking players. Chelsea's attack is so damn slow. It is. You fall asleep watching them attacking, and it gives
sometimes
still the same. And this is the problem. We have to somehow speed up this attack. It's just so boring. It's so slow. And yes, they have creativity. They create chances. But still, those chances we miss is because defenders are able to backtrack and block the ball or whatever, or force Enzo to shoot 15 kilometers over the bar or whatever, and that kind of thing. They even our friend there, Conor Gallagher, has now suddenly become very erratic with his shooting. And but there's something lacking there. The speed.
Let me ask Ice before we go, because I have to drive like 30 minutes for a party. And drive people home, and I'm gonna have another show tonight because I have a little bit of free time now. The Undertaker said that Pochettino has to go or Chelsea will get relegated. And another brother, I don't know what language is this. I think this should be, I don't know, Greek or something. He say Happy New Year and Merry Christmas. Thank you, brother, for stopping. Next time, put your name like in English or French so we can understand what your name is. And what do you think about Pochettino, Mr. Blue Eyes? I haven't really heard from you.
I listen. Pochettino is an.
He's on probation for you, or
no. Listen, no. I came to terms with the fact that Pochettino is an average coach. He's on probation for me. I see what. The only thing is, for the love of the game, I see what he's trying to do, and I also see that he doesn't have players. Not only is he lacking in player personnel, he's also lacking in character. I know everybody's saying it. We have nothing in that team. No, we have nobody that can come in and literally change a game just by mere attitude. Nobody.
Yeah.
Maybe Conor Gallagher, and this is Conor Gallagher over applying himself. This is him just trying to take initiative. You understand? Yeah. So hey, listen. Until we get the right players, we're not going anywhere, guys. You guys are funny. You guys are funny, man. You guys are funny. You guys do not want to address the elephant in the room.
Which is what?
The player profile, man. Below average.
Thank you. Very, very spot on. I said this before. We have no dogs in our team. They're all players who are good when things are going for you. But the moment you have a little bit of headwind, then they fold. There's no fighters. They're all fantastic players.
It is criminal. It is criminal. And the problem is Poch doesn't. My problem with Poch, which I'm not surprised with as well, is he doesn't know how to play the politics and missed this problem that we are facing. This is when you play the politics as a coach, as a gaffer. You do the X's and
kind of politics? Tell us.
Well, you have to now start. You now have to start pulling people's feet to the fire. You now have to start protecting yourself. You have to now protect your own playbook. Okay, what is it?
So it's like throw people under the bus.
No, I didn't.
Yes, exactly. Find some scapegoats, beat the crap out of them by dropping them, whatever. You have to set the example that you want to accept half.
This is the reason why Jose Mourinho has enemies and he has faithfuls. You have to.
But exactly. But this is what you do as a manager. If you keep apologizing for the players, these players will throw you under the bus and you'll be fired. This is Chelsea. You don't last very long. So you have to take the control of that team. You have to be the. You can't be friends with everybody in this life, especially if you're a boss.
Oh, especially not at Chelsea. And
not at Chelsea, because those players will get you fired. They'll get you fired. Trust me.
That's why I got excited when he said. When I heard, I didn't see him say it, but I heard he said something like, "We need one midfielder and one striker," right? I think he said it.
It's not like you have to act or talk like Jose Mourinho. One way or another, when he goes to the press conference and he says, "We are creating chances, we are not clinical. That is telling you that we can't finish and somebody is not scoring goals. So he doesn't have to be throwing people with anger, you know, but he can say things.
Nobody's saying throw anybody under the bus. All I'm saying is, not only should you be an X's and O's guy, you should also be a politician. You should know when to show us how you play your cards in times of despair, especially in these times. Because right now, it says to me that none of these players belong to Poch. Poch came into a blank slate. I don't think Poch made any recommendation with this team. Can somebody prove me wrong?
No,
He
he
bought-
hasn't bought anybody.
But the only player Poch has bought is Cole Palmer.
No, he
Are
didn't
you sure?
He didn't buy him. It was from.
You sure?
No, it's from Shield. Joe Shield.
Because that's the only one which has come there when Poch has arrived was Cole Palmer, and they talked about this. We need a player.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean
Well,
that
even
Poch brought him in.
Caicedo also we signed him when Poch is already there.
So now, and
he
this
didn't,
is
he
me.
didn't choose anybody so far.
Exactly. So, and I'm okay. He didn't do that. When I heard that he didn't do that, I said, okay, that's a nice political take, because you're coming in to say none of these are my guys, but I'm still a top gaffer. I can coach them.
But he is. But he is. The sad truth that he is not. So
Exactly. He hasn't done it. So he hasn't been able to prove that part. So what is the next part? That's why I'm saying, okay, politics 102, right? We've done the 101 part. Now the 102. What's the next move for you? Are you now going to start calling out the management saying, hey, I need my players?
Well, he said it already. He said maybe it's the time to reconsider the project. But probably you don't have time. You don't have time to watch.
Okay.
Watch press conferences. I remember everything because I have every single press conference and interviews in one of my channels. So he already said that probably it's the time to sit with the owners, the sporting directors, to see to just think about the project again, because we have young players, we have injuries. He said it in another way.
In other words, he's run out of ideas. That's what he's trying to say. I've given up. I've run out of ideas.
The problem with me is I can tell personally, because of my love for the game, I can tell the number of players that Poch don't want anymore. But for some reason he cannot bench them.
Yeah, because
you
of
can
injuries.
tell.
How can you bench somebody?
No, not even injuries. No, not even injuries. There's some kind of allocation of time. There's a way you can allocate time to tell somebody that you're not really in my plans. But again, there's so much politics and so much coaching to do that I don't think the problem is only Poch. The main issue is the players. Guys, please don't run away from the problem. Mudryk is an impact player. He comes off the bench. He comes in
excellent player.
Yeah, but he comes off the bench to give us width. He still has a lot of work to bring to his game. Jackson, I don't need to say anything again. Enzo, I don't need to say anything again. Caicedo, I don't need to say. Oggs, what do I call Caicedo and Enzo?
I forgot your name, man. I'm so tired mentally.
Dupont.
No.
Jonathan Brothers.
Jonas Brothers.
Yeah.
The Jonas Brothers, exactly. Yeah, bros. Let's not even talk about our defense. Let's not talk about our defense.
Tell us about our defense.
Nah, but they're Chile, man. Hey.
He's an elephant, a super tanker trying to make a turn. He's too big.
The problem is, when he's not there, everybody is, why are you not playing him? You have to play. When he's there, he makes a mistake. Everybody, oh no, take him out. I mean, he's still a young player. He's been out for more than 6 months. He's gonna have those moments. He hasn't really got back to his shape yet, and he still needs to improve. He's like 21, 22 years old. So,
Mr. Oaks, what is your best, in your eyes, your best centre-back pairing? Which two centre-backs do you like best playing together?
We don't have any right now. All of them
conceding
goals.
I'm saying, if you have to choose your ideal centre-back pairing, which two do you prefer?
I don't know. Like I said, right now, it's very difficult to say because even
if they all fit,
it's very simple. It's Cowell and this guy,
Silva. No.
Silva is going.
Silva and Cowell. Silva and Cowell.
Hold on. Can I say something, please? Can I say something?
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Is going to be Cowell and Terrace.
Can I say something?
Yes, sir.
I think we have to be very, very serious now when we're talking about some of these players. Levi Cowell should be carrying the ball, like the bag of the ball with the Gatorade. That should be his job.
And clean their boot after
and clean their boot. Yeah, no, he's not ready for first team, man. Come on, guys.
Wow.
You see,
guys,
that's why I said everybody got an opinion. So it's
guys. I know I was trying to be funny, but come on, he's not ready. He's a project. He's the future.
He's a rookie.
Yeah, thank you, Oggs. He's a rookie. He's not ready. Just because he can make, I know he has that majestic pass in him. I know he can be a leader. He can step up and be a leader, but he's not ready. His ball control is below zero. Yeah, and what I mean ball control is, can you control ball in the middle on fire? Like, he starts to, you can see it. He even gets, I don't know what intimidates him at the moment. I don't know. But like Og said, he's a rookie kid. He's a kid, but we're putting too much emphasis on this young man that we don't really know. Look right now, we don't even have a grip on our defense. Who, like Oggs was asking, who are the best, or who is the best pairing in that team?
It's very difficult right now to say, because even Badiashile, when the rookie boy Cowell was doing some stupidity, everybody wanted Badiashile to come back. And even when Thiago Silva is making mistakes, people say, no, take him out, bring Disasi. So right now we haven't really found the right pairing. All of them still learning, except for Thiago Silva, who is at the end of his career. But I don't blame them that much, because one simple type in and then the complexion of the game change, because we defended by attacking and by scoring. So when we don't score and we are under pressure, you will see that everybody's head drop. Okay, leadership, no leadership anymore. We are all over the place, and the people who are going to be blamed even the more, who are going to be even under more pressure, is the defense. But Raheem Sterling, believe me, even with this misses and order, next game he score a hat-trick. Everybody, he's back.
No, he's done. No.
Look at this. No, I'm just giving an example in general, right? How attackers get away with pretty much everything because they score a goal and you win a game. But defenders, because you lost the game and you don't see like the entire team, how the entire team can affect the defense. So far, I think we have a very good, promising defenders there that need to learn, but they are...
No, stop. No, stop. We cannot be... I don't know why we're being... Oggs, I don't know why we're being very... I know, Oggs, you're trying to do it for the community. I understand your positioning, but at the time...
I'm the church in the middle of the village.
I understand what you're trying to do, Oggs. I know you're trying to do it for the community, but at the end of the day, it is who wears the shoe that knows where it hurts. And you have to address where it hurts. And in my humble opinion, we do not have the crop of players that can take us to the promised land. It is being glorified by the revenue number attached to it. That's why. I cannot listen. If you tell me to compare that Wolves team at Molineux versus our Chelsea team head to head, I think they have a better team than we do.
Well, I mean, in terms of potential, I understand what you mean. In terms of potential and what the team can do in the future, Chelsea got a high ceiling. In terms of now, ready-made dog to fight them against us, they are ready. They have the edge. They have the profile to be in that position, and playing against Chelsea, sometimes it's going to give you extra motivation. You never know when you get a call from Todd Boehly and spend 100 million on you. So there are so many things.
Another player,
yes,
long lasting. Another player that has to be very, very. Leslie Ugochukwu, man. Hi. I know. I just found out that he wasn't even ready.
Oh, yeah, he's coming.
Leslie
Leslie. He came from an injury. He was rushed because Caicedo wasn't there. And also Enzo Fernandez wasn't there. And then he got injured again. He's going to be out for a month now. So you have to give him some credit.
I was going to listen. Ox, calm down. Ox, take a deep breath. Calm down. Ox,
okay, I took a deep breath.
Calm down. Listen, Leslie Ugochukwu, I just found out about all the injuries. But for the little that he played, I was going to go in on his game. But when I heard everything, I said, let me calm down. But for the little that he played, man, I was very disappointed. Man. He was playing too safe.
The game is 90 minutes, my brother.
Hold on now, Ogs. Now, let me just finish now. Let me just make my point. I know you're trying to protect the players. I get it. I know. For the community. But you have to tell the truth, man. This guy was playing. The guy was playing too safe.
Let me remind you something before we leave.
He's not Chelsea quality.
No, he's not, man. That guy needs to go on a loan.
Listen,
thank you.
Listen, we are talking about a 19 years old kid here, right? So be careful. Watch your language. Listen, let me finish.
Watch your language. You just said he's
19
not ready.
years old kid here, right? He was killing it in France. You can call it the Farmers League. It's good. How many games he played this season? Yes, he played. I think he started against Newcastle United. We lost, but it's not his fault. How can you judge a player based on few games or few minutes here and there? Give him run of games. Allow him to make mistakes. That's how young players are going to improve.
Hang on. No. You say allow him to make mistakes. We're in relegation battle. We're not allowed to make mistakes. We're fighting relegation.
Are you listening to Ogs?
No,
Ogs, finish your
You
kumbaya.
don't get what my point here. If this
you are
guy
not making any point. You're singing a kumbaya
in a row. He had 3 games in a row. Probably his level is going to improve. Let me give you another example. Andrew Santos. In Brazil, he used to play every single week. Now, we sent him to Nottingham Forest. Look at how we stopped somebody's development. There's no player in this world that will improve sitting on the bench or having 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and you're going to tell me that he's not Chelsea level, he needs 1,000 loans. I tell you what, even Leo Messi, if he came from the rank, he came as a young player at Chelsea, you guys were going to say the same thing. Of course, everybody's going to deny because Messi is generational. Don't even put his name there. How many Messis we killed in this team? How many of them? Even Jamal Musiala. How many games he got in the first team? He went to Bayern Munich, right to the first team. He's one of the best in the world now. And Chelsea fans, oh wow, did we let him go? Because we don't allow those youngsters to make mistakes and learn on the job. Give them run of games. Allow them. That's how you improve in life. But you guys are
Chelsea
looking for perfect
it's not a kindergarten. This is not a school to
Are
go
you listening to Ogs? Why are you responding to Ogs? You're wasting your time.
Chelsea is not a kindergarten.
People who will give example of look at Haaland. Look at
this is not a farm where we.
But those are the people that you refuse. You reject
our name
from
is not
your team.
our name is not Newcastle. Okay, we're not Leicester FC.
We're not a kindergarten. We're not a kindergarten school for raising raw babies.
If you're gonna direct if you're gonna you say something that if Chelsea lost because of the disappointment from Ugochukwu, and then now you have an agenda against the kid, because how the hell when he was there, how many chances did we create?
Let me say something here. People's Republic. Did I say anything that Ugochukwu led to the loss of the game?
No, nothing. That's not true. Not at all.
Okay, thank you. Let me continue from where I stopped, Ogs. Because Ogs, let me clarify. Ogs, let me repeat what I said. Okay, Ogs, because it looks like there's been a what do you call it?
A misunderstanding.
Yeah, lost in translation. Thank you. And it happens, especially when you're talking football. What I said to you is that I found out late yesterday, after the game, that Leslie Ugochukwu wasn't fully healed. That's why I'm going to come easy on him.
Yeah, and that's why.
Hold on now. Let me finish.
Yeah, we have
I
to
let you talk.
conclude,
No,
guys,
I know. I let you talk though. I let you talk. Let me finish. So when, but for the little chance that he had to play, he was absolutely disappointed. And I did not say it led to I did not say it led to we losing. He was terrible. He was playing too safe. He was playing. I don't want to make a mistake. It was so obvious. Come on, man. You don't play that kind. You don't play that kind of football.
And you
hold
said,
on, Ogs. Let me finish. Even if you're given 5 minutes to play, you're supposed to take the shirt. That's what I'm trying to say. Play like
there you go.
Play like you want to start the next game. Don't come Don't come here to say I don't want to make the mistake. The mistake shouldn't come from me. That says to me you're not a risk type player. And that position, that's why, you see, that's the reason why. Anyways, I rest my case, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead.
So basically what you're saying is that when you, even that 5 minutes, you go in there and you make that shirt yours. You take it off at back of whoever you rip that shirt off the other guys and you put it on your back and say, this is mine. And you fight for it.
That's
you don't just
very disappointed.
That
you don't come
from
there.
You young generation, FIFA generation. That's how you conclude your stuff, right? Because you play, you have.
Calm down. Calm down. Don't go there.
Let me finish. Let me land. Can I land?
Which FIFA generation? Which FIFA generation, Ogs?
You and the People's Republic. Let me land. We have to leave here. I have to drive.
Be careful. Don't let me educate you on this game.
Listen. That's the problem.
Handle with care. Handle that statement with care. Handle with care.
FIFA generation. No, but it's like you're in a pub. Okay, when you're much younger. Now there's this beautiful girl, and there's three of you guys. You all want her attention. Now you if you come there, think, let me try my chance here. But how do I get her attention? If I sit quietly in the sofa and I make myself small, maybe she'll see me. Or do you go up there? Do you use your charm? You basically fight for her. But if you just sit in the corner and just like, quiet, nothing's gonna happen.
We have to conclude because I have to drive and it's raining and it's snowing. Everything is mixed, so I have to go a little bit in advance. The problem I'm trying to say here, I even forget what I was going to say. I need my coffee and cereal, please. Like,
before you go.
What I said, huh?
Yeah.
What? Say
Ogs.
Yeah.
Ogs. The thing is, Ogs. I know I understand what you're trying to do. Like you want people to be easy on the players, and at the same time, you want to criticize the play. You cannot take a stand. You're all over the place, Ogs. You're all over the place. Let me help you. You're all over the place. And I know.
Yeah.
No, it's
I got you because I have, like I said in French, we said like, the church in the middle of the village. I see both ways, both sides of the coin. You started by saying the guy was not even fit. He was sick or whatever. He was injured, and the proof. And then after that, you getting on the kid. You continue getting on somebody who is already down.
Yeah. No, but what I said.
Listen,
but you didn't hear what I said. But you didn't hear what I said. I said he was given a chance.
The chance you're talking. Okay.
Hold on. And he did not take the chance. That's all.
He bottled it like a Spurs player.
The chance, that's what I was going to say. The chance you're talking about here. You played football. I played football. People's Republic play FIFA inside his house.
No, I played football. I was a fantastic goalkeeper.
Okay, so the problem now is when you are on that pitch, you're talking about 5 minutes. You have to earn that shirt, show what you can do.
Exactly.
The problem is it might take you even 15 minutes even to feel the temperature and the
that one is your now you see, Ogs, when it gets to that explanation,
That's your
you're
theory.
your own. We don't care. What we want to see is deliver in the 5 minutes. Now you're talking
Nobody
schematics.
is gonna do that. It can happen. It's like Leicester City. They
Okay,
can
then
win a
he's not gonna
title
make
in
it.
20
Then
years
he's
out
not
of
gonna-
the. Listen, you don't
Yeah,
let
go
me.
ahead, go
You don't
ahead.
let me land because you wanna win the debate, but you're gonna win anyways. Let me just finish. What I'm saying here
That's
is
your theory.
these are the fact, you like it or not. It's just like Leicester City. Out of the blue, nobody gave them a chance. They went to win the Champions League. Those kind of stuff happened once in generations. Like after 15 years or 20 years, you're gonna see somebody out of the blue doing such a thing. So those are like exception to the rules. But when you are coming off the bench, you are already frustrated. Your legs are heavy, regardless of your warm-up or whatever. It takes people time, minimum probably 10 minutes before even you can feel it. So the Leicester City comparison comes to the point. It could happen. Your first touch is a goal because you are at the right place, the right time. Boom, top corner. You are the hero. 5 minutes and you make everybody happy. But that is the Leicester City winning the Champions League or winning the Premier League. What I'm saying is, it's difficult. It's so easy from our couches to say, you get 5 minutes, do it. It doesn't happen often. 99.9% of the time, the guy who is on the bench is very angry. Even if they are smiling, they are angry. Everybody on the bench, everybody want to play. And when you are there, it takes you a little bit of time to adapt, to feel everything, to start really getting to the rhythm of the game. That's the way it is, my friends, but I'm not going to win here. It's a lose-lose situation.
Mr. Oaks, if one day you ever decide for your channel that you want to make merchandise, sell merchandise, T-shirts, hats, whatever, I have 3 suggestions for T-shirts. Okay, one of them I definitely would buy. If there's a T-shirt that says, that is your theory, I definitely buy that one. I love that statement. The other one, top bin, I definitely would buy top bin.
Yeah.
And the third one, you the FIFA generation. Those 3, I would buy them. I love the. I love the. Every time you say it, I love it so much because it's just very, very unique. It's nobody can say it like you can say it, and it's your own.
Listen,
own creation.
People's Republic. Listen, like I was saying to Ogs and to the community out there, I am being very directional with my statement. I'm not the church in the middle of the community. I am the compound in the corner. I've taken my side. And my side is we do not have the players to compete. Even if you brought in Pep will be fired in 8 months with these players. We don't have those players, man. And the problem is, I know people want to be easy on because they're up and coming. It's because this is a project play, and you're trying to sell a project play to very anxious fans. That's a tough sell.
Entitled too. We are entitled too.
Very entitled. Yeah, I know. I say it to people, I'm a spoiled fan. Ogs, you're absolutely spot on. I say it to everyone. I say I'm a spoiled fan. Don't blame me. Blame Roman. That's what I say. It's not me. It's Roman. Roman put it on me. I'm spoiled. But at the end of the day, it's not a bad way to be, Ogs. It's not a bad way to be.
Yeah, that's understandable. Listen, Blue Eyes, say goodbye to people, my brother. Come back tonight when I am
Oh
free,
no, tonight
tomorrow
will be hard.
morning,
No.
Boxing Day, bro. Boxing Day.
Yeah. Whatever. If I remember tomorrow, yeah, for sure.
If you know that
the
is a
party
good one.
continues. Merry Christmas to everybody. All the best. Season's greetings. And yeah, don't drink and drive.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Don't
Cheers,
drink.
cheers, everyone.
Cheers, man.
People's
Cheers.
Republic.
People's Republic. Goodbye. Say goodbye to people, bro.
Yeah, and by the way, I have to give you your flowers again, because you told us that nobody believed you that Petrovic would be a fantastic goalkeeper. And you were right, of course. So I have to give you your flowers.
We lost. He conceded 2 goals, but he's good. Yeah, he's doing his stuff.
I'm giving you your flowers, and Yeah, maybe you see it later. I don't know what time you.
Yeah, I don't even know what time I'm gonna be because I'm a little bit late. I'm like 20 minutes delayed, but I will get there. I don't want to even be around those. I don't want to say it on TV, but sometimes it's just Okay, Mr. People's Republic. See you, man.
Yeah.
Enjoy your day.
All
right, Mr. Mark, are you there? Still there? Goodbye.
Yes, sir. I would like to tell all Chelsea fans that they should have their new year coming up, or their new year resolution should come true for them in the year 2024. And also, let's continue to believe in the process that is going on. It's very difficult for us to take, but I guess there is still some hope for the team, and I guess they will be doing fantastic when they get things done right. And also, kindly send me a message on maybe YouTube or Facebook. Just search for me, Banfudinho. Then we'll take it from there. Okay?
Okay.
All right, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for helping, brother. Enjoy
No
the rest
problem.
of your day. Blessing.
Okay, you too. Bye.
All right, bye. So, bye, everybody. I will see you tonight or tomorrow morning. We have a lot of shows coming your way. I still have a little bit of time off. So, yeah, stay tuned. Smash that like button. God bless you, man. Okay? And I will see you next time. All right. Let's go. Merry Christmas.